Okay. We're doing it.
Doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it live.
We streaming to nobody.
Hell yeah.
And Sircon's sleight of handing. All right. So first games are always kind of awkward. So I think what the best thing to probably do is just so everybody knows who's playing what is to just talk about your character, give your background story, talk about what you're doing on Delio 7, and that's it. Just like a real basic thing, if that makes sense. Who's
Are we
first?
describing what we look like?
You can describe what you look like, give a brief backstory, what you're doing on Delio 7, and then we'll just move to the next person.
Okay. Gus Freslow, played by Jeff Goldblum. He's an Earthling who was really into technology. He got aboard the Hyperion.
That is correct.
The Hyperion, which was the ship that was going to go repopulate onto a different planet because the Earth was dying at the time, and ended up crash landing into a scenario where our new base was called the Silo, where we were like mining down into the Earth. He was just like a simple mechanic there. Had a shift, worked a day job. A bunch of people, I think we were on like different schedules for cryo sleep.
Yeah.
Because we had to work in shifts to try and, prolong our, prolong our ability to live, right? On an unknown planet. We did not make it to our destination. Some things happen at the Silo. We get off planet. Some more things happen. We get a ship. He has a crew. Him and that crew decide to roll around town and start waxing it and taxing it in all the wrong ways. Get in a lot of trouble with a lot of people, including Nebulous, Pulse. Start doing some dirty work with Mr. Gold Plateman. Like smuggling nukes so they could blow up.
They played high stakes.
It was
high stakes.
It was rewarding. He was also, him and his crew were pro androids. So there's a portion of the system right now that believes in using androids as like slave labor, stuff like that. They were against that. Well, we did the heist. That's obviously in the season 1 review. And then we wound up, me and Nick doing some scrap work with a company. I think they were from Delio 7, right? So we've been working at a Delio 7?
No, they were a ship that came to Delio 7 to scrap something.
To scrap, yeah, a large ship.
What was the name of the large ship?
Yeah, Nick, how about you give us some insight? It was a capital ship.
Yep, it was a ship, and it had a name. And that name was made of letters.
Very good.
Solid.
No, it was the one that we were on in the prologue.
That's correct.
It's called beginning.
It's called the Tempest.
The Tempest. So we were scrapping the Tempest, and then I'm not going to go through all that, but we ended up stranded on the ship with nothing but a land cruiser to bring us to Delio 7. And that's kind of where me and Nick are. Gus. So picture Jeff Goldblum, but his left arm is completely mechanical. So he had gotten a surgery done to try and like augment himself to where he could fit in with the androids that were on a previous planet, because they didn't trust him. and him being so close with technology, he really wanted to have like a good I don't know, communication with the androids. Good
Rapport?
rapport. Yeah, there you go. Good rapport. And so he augmented himself, and with that, he now has like a grappler hand. Um, let's see. He wears a helmet, kind of like the Judge Dredd helmet. Comes down, covers everything but the mouth. He wears a cloak, a like dark purple cloak. Um, and he's got an exocortex in, I believe it's his left eye. So that obviously looks a little bit wonky when it's combat tracking and stuff. It'll turn like red and things like that. Other than that, it just looks like a regular eye. Yeah, so level seven, half technomancer. 3 levels in technomancer, 4 levels in mechanics, and he's pretty goofy. So as the captain of the ship, he runs like the ship really tight. But outside that, he's just really goofy. And let's see, kind of where his alignment sits. He's not really cool with like cold-blooded murder and stuff like that, but he's okay to do some dirty work to make some credits. It's just kind of the way of the world he's learned. He went from being kind of like a lawful guy to not so lawful anymore because space is hard, and it's all about survival, baby. So, I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, he's got like a tool belt now. So he's kind of got like a tool belt. That's his technomancer item that he has to carry on him. It's got a bunch of spell gems wrapped into it. So those are like his objects of note when you look at him: the helmet, the cloak, the bionic arm, and then a tool belt with a bunch of little shiny gems on it. And he carries a disintegrator rifle as well currently, so he's ready for action.
Ready for action.
Ready for action. Anything else? Did I miss anything? Is that pretty good?
I think that's great. I think that worked out really well. Yep.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna need some help filling in a couple of the names and locations because
Let's do it.
I don't know what happened in my lore document. But
Okay.
all right. So Nick is who I play. He's a Yusaki. So I'm like a 2.5 foot tall rat. So he's got white fur, normal black beady rat eyes, what you would expect. Born, raised, and grew up on the planet below the plate. I can't remember the name.
Akaton.
Akaton. So grew up there, working with my uncle as a mechanic, tinkering and doing all those kind of things. But being near the plate, being near the gangs and whatnot that are on Akaton, Nick was a small dude, and so he learned to avoid conflict. Got kind of stealthy in the process, and built himself his robot, Sparky. Kind of looks like a dog, can go invisible, and due to my substandard stature, is large enough that I can ride it. So through his stealthiness, as he started trying to make his own way, branching out from underneath his uncle, started doing work as basically a thief for hire. Doesn't really steal stuff for himself. He acquires things. He's in the acquisitions game. But bringing it into the story, I had taken a job from, what is the gang on the plate?
Oh, no. Oh, this one's the one I should know, huh?
It was the one that our Vesk partner had some sort of weird relationship with. That gang. Like the big bad dudes.
Dead Sons or something like that.
Yeah,
that
they're
sounds
like
right.
they're like the bad mamajamas on the space station. So I took a job from them and lifted some data and didn't turn it over because I was going to try and do a double cross to make some extra credits, hawk it off to somebody else. And they kind of got wiser to my plan. And so my uncle put me in touch with Gus as a way to get myself off the station. They were planning their break-in at the prison. They needed somebody with a certain set of skills. and so they brought me on to assist. So I have what 3 ranks in operative, 4 ranks in mechanic. Um, use a sniper rifle and a poly club. As far as
And he uses it
alignment
well.
goes, yeah. So as far as alignment goes, so Nick, he was always avoiding fights and stuff. Nick has only killed one person, and it was an accident. Uh,
Brained him.
yeah, brained him hard, crushed that skull. That 20 on a fucking hit to the back of the head. Didn't realize you need to announce non-combat damage in this game first, but I
Non-lethal, yeah.
rolled with it. Yeah, so killed one person. Nick still doesn't know how he feels about it. He's got no problem with stealing people, especially from people, stealing from people, especially people that have more than he has. Figures it's all fair. If you got enough, if you got more than me, then you have some to spare. Uh, but so he still doesn't know how he feels about having killed somebody, especially like they didn't even see it coming. Came up behind him and just um like killed creatures, monsters of that sort of nature, but he's generally chaotic neutral. And then yep, I am marooned with Gus. Well, yeah, we are marooned now. We just have a little shuttle of a thing. We were trying to make our money back to start investigating what had happened to us because we don't remember bits and pieces of the first season.
Very good.
I think I got all the big parts.
So would you say you got in one little fight and your uncle got scared?
Oh God, nice.
Oh, I forgot. Nick, voiced by John C. Riley. Because yes,
It's great.
I wish I could do a John C. Riley voice, but I cannot. Um,
Anything else to add, or is that it?
I think that's it.
Okay.
The only other thing is just he's starting to get like, not like Han Solo personality wise or anything, but that whole thing, like they said in episode 7, where like everybody is starting to catch on to Nick's games. Like nobody buys the BS anymore. Like he is known as not coming through, like overselling, like what he is going to provide and then under delivering like crazy.
Yeah, I'll get you a ship. Pulls up a fucking toy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, no, we can totally steal. I can acquire that, no problem. Nothing will go wrong. They won't even know I was there. Every alarm in the building set off. Like footage of my face.
Sniffing the camera.
Yeah.
Walk straight into it. Ah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
All right. Verzik.
Oh god, okay. Let's see if I can do this right. So I am playing Verzik, who is pretty much kind of based off of Vin Diesel.
Nice.
He's a giant four-armed purple. Let me see if I can get the
People leader.
yeah right. Yeah, he's a shophead.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much his backstory, his world was going through a civil war type thing, and after civil war kind of like keeled over, the civil war started from a terrorist group called Nuke, and after say about 10, 12 years of the civil war ending, and everyone thought everything went back to normal, Nuke decided to start launching atomic warheads because they're vengeful and didn't feel like they got the good end of the deal. So when the nuclear fallout started happening, Verzik and his son took shelter in one of the military bunkers that he gained access to through his time in the service, trying to wait out the effects of all the warheads. They went to a cryo sleep. 150 years kind of went past, and then their cryosleep was interrupted by his son being snatched. And then after being thrown back into a cryo chamber, he woke up probably about 50 years later and tried to search for details on where the hell his son went. So his big thing right now is just trying to locate and regain his son. His only real leads is he's guessing Nuke still has something to do with it. So after going through some of the military logs and grabbing whatever equipment he could from the bunker before leaving, he saw that Nuke was flying a bunch of their ships close to Delio 7. So catching a ride on a small ship, was able to land and just start scrounging around for anywhere that can lead him in the right direction.
Nice.
He's lawful neutral. He's pretty much just lives by his own set ideals, not really the laws of the planet or whatever systems he's in. His main focus is just trying to find his son and whatever he's got to do to get there. That's really all he cares about.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about your equipment.
Okay, so what he was able to grab from the bunker before he headed out. So with him being four-armed, kind of gives him an ability to be stacked to the teeth. So he's got a storm hammer, paramagnetic. So he's looking to hit hard up close and personal. But even though that's two-handed, he's still able to wield a shield because 4 hands, he can do that type shit. And he was also able to find a very sturdy, heavy piece of golem forge plating, just to keep himself from getting beaten around too much while he's trying to get in someone's face. He's not the brightest guy, definitely not the brightest,
But he is the strongest.
but he is the strongest. If you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
solve your 5th grade riddle, he's just gonna break down the door.
Oddly enough, I think we have a 5th grader playing in the game later.
Oh shit! Are you smarter
Oh,
than a
I
5th
forgot
grader?
about that.
No.
All
I
right.
forgot she's playing like a sweet, like crazy child. Like
Oh.
she's basically 11, right? Or something in the vein of.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, we talking about
Tyler's character.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
Is she here?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she'll be here. She'll be up momentarily.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
So does your shield require 2 hands and then the hammer is 2 hands?
No, so I actually have one free hand, so I can
Sucker
use
punch.
the other hand just for like taunting and stuff. Just be like, oh man, yeah, shield, hammer, fuck you, okay.
Get yourself a sidearm so you can fucking quick draw off the hip on him too.
Just disgusting.
Yeah, that forearm thing was just was a drop in the hat. It's like, oh, that's really what's gonna make it break it.
Yeah, when we were originally talking about it and everything, I didn't even think
Mm-mm.
about like the extra 2 arms being that big of an advantage.
Yeah.
Like I was just like,
huge.
oh, I mean, it's cool. Like you can do stuff. I was like, my brain, I was in stupid land. Like, oh, so you could like grapple somebody and then hit him at the same time. That's cool. No, not like I wield all the weapons.
Oh, so also I'm a larger creature, so I actually have 10-foot reach.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
And then so I did not explain what my character is. So he's level 5 levels in soldier and 2 in Solarian, and I can also do a gravitational pull in and bring everyone 10 feet closer to me in a 20-foot radius, so they're instantly in fucking hammer range.
That's
oh
great.
yeah.
It's gonna be great.
What's your character's name? Vezik?
Verzik, yeah.
Verzik the vacuum. That's gonna be your nickname.
Looking at the wrong
Mhm.
idea. Learn quick. I got 4
Um,
hands. It makes me a lot of friends.
so I think next time we'll have Max here, and then I think I have one of my old high school friends that is gonna join us too.
Oh, nice.
So his name's Skip. He's a pretty cool guy, just in general. But it sounds like he's gonna play a full-blown Solarian too. So you guys are gonna be gravity welling all over the place.
He can show me how to do it right.
Yeah, there you go.
He used to beat me up when I was a kid.
Did he beat you up?
Yes.
How?
Skip was mean.
He beat you up. Okay. Maybe he did. I don't know.
He did. It was funny.
That's a good type of trauma.
I didn't.
He was
know
a
that
wrestler in high school, right?
Yeah, he was a wrestler.
Yeah. I remember.
I know who I'm talking shit about.
I mean, I don't think he's a wrestler anymore.
No. It's funny because Skip has a younger brother that's 7 years younger than him, and I was in the same grade as him. So it's funny. We were pretty good friends throughout high school. She's here.
She's somewhere. Give me 1 second.
Is my computer taking a dump? Don't do it! Alright, once I get back, we'll get started. Like, for real.
For real. Oh, man. You could always talk to us about our homework characters.
No, you guys are gonna meet them in the game. Why would I do that?
Oh shit.
Thought mine was pretty dope.
They're both good. They're both very good. But,
Never meet heroes.
We're gonna have to kill one.
maybe not. I don't think so. I don't think it'll come to that.
Was everyone's historic or was everyone's legend?
So I think you guys read the old Dungeons and Dragons homework from way back in the day.
I'm gonna figure out when the fuck that thing looked.
I hid it after I noticed that you guys did that. I was like, oh, we're not using this, so I hid it from everybody. I didn't want to make that mistake again. So, but I gave you guys, I gave you guys extra boon dice. And so the way boon dice work, and I keep forgetting this, is it's a player pool. So there's 6 dice for you guys to all use. So I'm not assigning dice to a person. I'm assigning it to a pool. So since you guys all did homework and I assigned you and Kyla extra credit, you guys have 6.
Sounds
I'm gonna
a
use
lot
all
like
of them.
Communism. I think
Maybe it is.
Still the dice.
I'll roll a piloting check. I'm gonna roll. I want to use a boon dice on my pilot check.
I did not know that Starfire's original name is coriander, like the spice. And I'm like, nice.
Okay. Huh. I wouldn't have put that together.
Are you in like traffic or something?
I'm on post, so might as well be. I have to
okay.
drive at the foot of the snail.
Gotcha.
But I didn't want to miss people's backgrounds, so I
Okay.
tried to hop in.
Well, we can get started. I'll start with Nick, and Gus. And also, I'm sorry you did miss everybody's backgrounds and stuff.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Did you introduce me? Did you read mine?
Not yet,
No.
but you can do it when you get here officially.
I do want to say, though, that you can 110% blame your husband. He said start without you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She knows. I was on the phone with her.
Okay. I just wasn't sure, and so I figured I'd take the opportunity to throw you under the bus if they needed to be done.
Bus coming.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't want to hold people up. We misread the time and thought we were starting at 5 p.m. our time instead of 3.
We just said 10. Standard Time.
Overall, we were just misreading everything.
1500. That's 3 o'clock, right? Yeah. Okay. I was just making
Yeah.
sure I didn't type it wrong, because then I would feel really shitty.
No,
No, you got it right.
Okay,
Nick,
good.
Nick, 1000 Eastern, 10 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. So
Get into
let's-
this.
Let's roll. All right. The game opens with the sounds of waves lapping against the side of a boat. Inside the boat sits Gus and another man, human, mid to late 60s. The older man casts out a line from his fishing pole, and the splash of the cast landing on the water heard off screen. Gus closes his eyes as he listens to the breeze flow through the trees in the Borean forest. The leaves have just started to turn yellow. White birch bark covers most of the trees within sight. The boat gently rocks in the low waves of a huge lake, in which the boat floats in the middle of. The waves gently slap the side of the wooden rowboat. Gus has a fishing pole in his hands. He listens to the nature sounds, but he hears no birds or bugs. Roll wisdom.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit.
Easy enough? This is a dream. You think this is a dream, but you're not sure. The old man looks over at you and he says, "That line ain't gonna cast itself." So roll dex.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, you expertly cast a line way out into the water. Is there anything you want to do? You guys are sitting there in silence fishing.
No.
You know this. You know this man. I should say that much.
Yeah.
This is your dad.
Yeah.
This is your father.
I guess if I'm feeling weary about it, I want to. I'll just take a perception check to see if anything's out of the ordinary with old Pa.
Okay. It looks like your dad. You can you have memories as a kid of this exact same scenario. But you weren't a full-grown adult. You were a little kid.
I see myself as a little kid right now, though.
No,
right?
you don't. You're full. You are Gus as you.
Okay.
are.
Okay. Okay.
So this is two grown-ass men in a rowboat. But these are memories that you've been transplanted into that you had when you were a kid. So you look at your dad and you're like, that's the shit my dad used to wear when we go fishing.
Okay.
Roll sense motive. Yeah, we're going to start the game with a weird dream sequence. I hope you guys are ready. He is very robotic. He doesn't move like your dad. He doesn't fart like your dad. He doesn't tell dad jokes. He's like, you know what I mean? His mannerisms aren't your dad's. So you know something's off.
I'm gonna go to touch him.
You touch him?
Yeah.
He gives you a weird look and he raises his eyebrow at you.
I'm gonna put my hands back on my pole.
He just clicks the thing a couple times.
What are we fishing for?
Fish.
Well, normally you have an agenda in mind, or otherwise we wouldn't be out here.
He says... He doesn't say anything. He just keeps... He reels his all the way in, and then he casts his line again.
How old does he look?
6... when you were a kid, he was probably not that old. He's probably actually about your age.
Okay.
I take the old man part back. He's probably about your age.
Okay.
In fact,
The
you
reason
guys
why-
look very similar because it's your dad, you know?
Okay. I'm saying that because at this point in time, if I remember correctly, he was doing a lot of like patents and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he was really busy. And so my thought is like, why are we out here fishing if you're not looking for a certain type of fish? 1, 2, why are we out here at all? Pa?
Is that what you said?
Shouldn't you be in the shop? No, this is what I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Okay.
I don't trust this man. We don't hear any birds. We don't hear nothing.
No birds, no bugs. And you vividly remember anytime. I don't know if you guys have ever been to like a mountain lake, but the fucking flies are so awful. Like in real life, you go fishing on a lake up in like a high alpine lake or something, the flies are fucking everywhere and they're huge. No bugs, no birds. Just the water and the boat and the rustling of the trees. That's about all you hear.
I'm gonna try and wake myself up, unless you have anything.
Oh, I have stuff. I have a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So he kind of sees your confusion and he says, "This is the only way I could talk to you."
Well, if you want to talk, then speak. What's on your mind?
Had I not made something like this, they would have extracted this memory.
Okay. I'm gonna combat track him.
Okay.
Um,
What does that tell you?
it tells me like his vitals, if he has any ailments or anything. If he's got any like magical items, mods, things like that.
Does it give you like basic stats, like what kind of race and things like that he is?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just looking to see if anything's off about him.
Dude, everything's off about him.
Okay.
Roll sense motive again. You're just struggling to put your finger on it.
He said he implanted something.
He said that he said that he fabricated this memory
Fabricated.
because otherwise they would have extracted it.
Mm-hmm. So who is they? Who has you so shook up?
Nebulous.
How do you know who Nebulous is?
We all know who Nebulous is. We were all stuck in the same place.
What kind of dealings do you have with Nebulous?
You and I have the same dealings with Nebulous, Gus. We've both been captured by Nebulous.
How do you know this?
Experimented on by Nebulous.
How do you know this about me? How is this all working?
Hold on, let me read my notes.
Okay.
All right, so he sees you starting to. Are you getting kind of agitated?
Yeah.
All right. He sees you getting kind of agitated, and he said, "I thought this form would soothe you, Gus."
This form?
Yes.
Who are you? You're not my father, clearly.
I believe they call me the entity.
Oh my god. Okay. So Gus starts like immediately starts sweating. Probably has a very shocked look on his face that he tries to button up as soon as he feels it. Do I have my weapons on me?
No. You just have a fishing pole.
So you would probably see him reach for a pistol, and it's not there.
There's no need for any of that. Neither one of us are going anywhere.
So you've trapped me here, huh? In my own
We
mind.
were already trapped here. You know, they probably... He doesn't say you know. That's something that's a very human term. He says... You're probably confused because you don't remember being trapped with me.
I'm gonna try and recollect whatever the fuck he's talking about.
All right. I will say if you get a wisdom of 15, I'll let you remember something.
I want a boon dice.
Go for it.
Okay. Oh,
You don't need a boon dice.
fuck. Do boons get added after or no? Or once declared?
No. Usually, if I would say normally, boon dice can be reactive. You don't have to declare them beforehand.
Okay.
So if you're
So
like
Bardic Inspiration.
right, so if you like fail a saving throw, you can say, "All right, I want to use a boon dice to like get over the hump." That's fine. So no, you didn't. You still have 6. So
What are they? D10s?
1d6.
D6.
D6.
They're D6. They don't work exactly like that. They are. Let me see.
Nice.
They have the following
That's
sides. You can
decent.
get a +1 or a -1, a reroll, advantage, or a boon, which is an automatic success. It's on the documents page if you want to read about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. Where were we? You were freaking out. All right. So you roll wisdom and you remember blinking awake, laying in a bed, and you were buck naked. And you look
Say it
around.
again.
Huh?
Say the beginning part of that again.
You wake up. You remember waking up, like blinking awake, and you were laying on like a hospital bed, and you were butt naked. And you tried to sit up, and you had something attached to the back of your head, like Matrix style.
Okay.
And a bunch of like nurses and doctors rushed over and like put you back down. And that's the only flash you get. Is like a few seconds of that.
I'm gonna just like whisper, I remember. What did they do to me? What are you doing to me?
I am doing nothing to you.
I don't want to sense mode of that bullshit.
Go for it.
Man. I'm just this guy I know. Ooh, you're gonna roll against me, aren't you? Ugh.
But it's like 1d20 plus infinity. I'm gonna give him. Yeah, I'm gonna give him that.
Fuck. He nat 20'd me. Are you fucking kidding me?
He seems like he's telling the truth.
Okay.
But you're reading
He
your
seems like
father.
a very trustworthy entity.
But it's like you're seeing it through your father's face, so it's hard for you to read.
I hear the words you say, but how I've seen you act before, I can't say that I trust you. If you don't want something yet, you'll find something to want.
Have you ever been pushed into a corner before?
I feel like I'm in one now.
Wouldn't you do anything you could to survive?
I'm gonna nod in agreement. Like an animal trapped. Is that what you are? An animal?
He
Feeling trapped?
He like reels his line all the way in and casts another one. He doesn't answer you.
Where did you come from?
Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Oh yeah.
We're summoned.
We?
We are
There are
summoned.
more like you.
Yes.
How many?
How many humans are there?
Billions.
You couldn't tell me an exact number. I can't tell you one.
What is the object of your beings? I wouldn't say race. I don't know if they're a race. I don't know what they are. What are you? Yeah. What do you guys consider yourselves? We can't see them, right? Like we can't see them physically.
No.
Excuse me, Mr. Entity, but what are your pronouns?
Yeah. What?
They.
You all work as one? If you're here, are they all here?
He looks at... So he's like playing around with the fishing pole, and he doesn't even look at you when he says this, and he says, "We are the corruptors. We are the enders."
Of what? What are your purpose?
We wipe out civilizations.
Is that what you're trying to do?
We were summoned...
Or is that because you're backed into a corner?
We were summoned to do so. We have a purpose.
By who? Who summoned you?
I don't know.
Don't you think you should figure that out?
It is not my...
Are you being commanded?
It is not my duty.
Whose is? Do you know whose is? If
We
it's
don't-
not yours, is it someone like you?
No.
So what controls you? What propels you? What do they have on you? Is it a device?
Yes.
Do you know what this device is? I want you out of my head. Let's get that straight. And if I can figure out a way, I don't care if it sets you free.
You are stuck with me forever, Gus.
Oh, man. Gus would probably stiffen at that.
They took part of me and injected it into your blood vein. Your veins. I am part of you forever now.
Gus stiffens. One of us. How do we remain in contact? Is this how we're gonna interact through dreams when I sleep?
He nods. I have a warning for you.
What's
Human-
this warning?
He says, humans are becoming the biggest parasite in the known universe, Gus.
In the known universe, okay.
The way
that's-
how
that's-
quickly you breed. You have so many numbers, you kill each other.
It's hard for me to fight this logic. I can see where you're coming from.
You're like cockroaches. And he's
Gus
not
reaches
even
for the pistol
he's not
again.
even being it like he's not even saying it like an asshole. He's literally just
Yeah,
stating
matter
it.
of fact.
Yeah.
Matter of fact.
Like he's
No, I
just
get it.
stating it, you know?
So that's your purpose, is to take out these parasites, as you call them. Are you to end a civilization or a race? You said civilization before.
They are interchangeable.
And what's to happen to me? Is that your purpose? To destroy me?
No.
Have we met before you were injected inside me? Is he the same entity?
You've met another of my kind.
Motherfucker! No!
But we are linked.
Are you gonna try and reach out to others like you?
I want to show you something.
Let's see it.
All right.
I'm gonna keep my eyes above the horizon.
He reaches out and he touches your hand. Are you gonna let him?
Yeah.
Okay. Your eyes roll back in your head.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna read this verbatim. All right.
Okay.
Gus stands at the top of a stone temple. The apex of the temple is the highest point for miles, rising above the verdant, uneven canopy of the thick jungle landscape. The stone is greasy and dark gray, showing signs of wind erosion. Squared edges of the stone have been rounded over by the millennia by the constant wind that rips over the side. Atop this temple stands an elegant and tall, armored, bird-like figure who bows to him and motions with feathered arms to the stars. Gus looks up to where the bird creature is gesturing and he sees a vivid star shining brighter than any other star in the sky. The temple begins to tremble. He looks down at the top of the temple, begins to crumble away and cave in. Gus steps aside to the edge. Black, inky darkness bleeds from the floor as it falls away. The avian creature also backs away but trips. The inky black darkness grabs the creature by the foot and pulls them into the center. They disappear from sight into the blackness. Gus looks down into the darkness and sees a black beating heart, tendrils of metal surrounding it as it pulsates. The darkness reaches for Gus and the screen goes black.
Okay. Where was this located? Where did this happen? And in what time? I've seen that creature before. Because I have, right? I've seen that.
Roll
Do
wisdom.
I have that memory? I should know.
Yeah,
that,
you,
right? I'm not sure.
I don't think you have that memory anymore. I will.
Okay.
You remember it. You remember it when you guys went down to that research station and you found it underneath that research station.
That's what I'm talking about. Right. The frozen one.
All right, you start asking him questions again, and then it cuts to inside the shuttle. And you're in the co-pilot's chair, and Nick is in the pilot's chair. And Nick's talking, but you're not listening, right? You shake that thought out of your head because you were literally just thinking about a dream that you had, when you last time you slept. And then Nick's words finally you comprehend him, and he says, "Breaking atmosphere. It's gonna get rough." Go ahead and roll piloting, Nick.
Oh,
Question. Sorry, that was a little bit confusing for me. So that wasn't happening right then and there. That was happening in a dream I've had since we've been on the shuttle, or that happened right then and there, like that dream, like as I was awake.
I think the way I picture it is you dreamed that, and that was you remembering the dream.
Okay. Perfect.
And since you guys were just flying for a couple of hours off the ship down into the
Right.
atmosphere, you were just thinking about it.
Are
Okay.
you saying it was
Roll
a
it.
flashback to a dream?
Yes. A fucking expert. This man's
Okay.
a god on the
and
sticks.
as I just say the thing about breaking atmosphere, I'll look back at him and then, because he was zoned out, now all he gets out of the conversation, he's like, and that's why, I just can't believe we didn't make it back to the plate. Like, she said she was going to call her sister for me. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah. No. I mean. Yeah. I get it. I'm gonna look off to whatever's in front of us.
Okay. The scene ends as you guys are bouncing around in your seats as the wind shear from your descent starts hitting the side of the ship. We're gonna actually cut over to Verzik.
Ooh.
You ready to go, baby?
That's a spicy meatball.
It's a spicy meatball. You ready? Do you need time to eat? Or are you ready to go?
No, we're good.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Verzik. The scene opens up with somebody talking to you. And they say, "See? Everyone wonders what's inside this place, but I just know she is pointing to something incredible. Give me a few minutes to set up and perform some calculations and keep an eye out, will ya?" The gentleman saying the words is in an environmental suit, but his face is visible through the helmet. He's played by the squat cobbler from Better Call Saul. Do we know that?
Nope.
Squat cobbler.
The squat cobbler. All right, if you guys go to roll 20, I will give you
Okay, let me go.
this guy.
Okay. And Jenkins.
And Jenkins is still here. Yep. I left Jenkins there for a reason. But this is
This guy
squat
looks like
cobbler.
a nerd.
Okay.
He's a nerd.
Why they never called your sister for you?
Okay. So he's got like a big case, and he sets it down and he opens it and he starts getting to work. The guy's name is Peterman, and you were paid 5,000 credits to bring him here illegally.
Aid, as in it's already in his pocket.
As in, let's say you got half now, half after?
Add that shit to your fucking 25 hundo, baby.
So you find yourself at the top of a stone temple. The stones are greasy and dark gray.
Oh fuck.
It's night. Atop the temple sits a statue of an avian creature pointing to the heavens. This is the highest point for miles. The landscape is barren snow and ice, with a strong wind blowing over the sides of the temple.
There's no seeing out.
There's what?
I said, so there's no way to see out. Right?
You can see out because there's like ambient light, but it's definitely nighttime.
Yeah.
So like there, you can see, because this is a planet, and we'll say, I don't know, we'll just say, I don't remember if Delia 7 has a moon or not, but we'll just say that it does for the effect of having moonlight.
Okay.
So, but you can see out on the horizon, and it's just snow and ice and like craggy peaks and stuff. You targeted yourself.
I didn't even do that.
What were you? Okay.
Ha! Got me.
So you guys just got here. You guys have been here like since this morning. You guys rode one snowmobile, like a 2-seater. So he was like strapped to your back, like with his arms around you. And you did that, and you're so big that like he's basically sitting like you guys are nuts to butts. All right. And you guys did that because you wanted to keep a lower profile. You didn't want to have like 2 snowmobiles, so you guys just packed it all into one. But this is against the rules. There's a... So, I don't know how much of this you would know. I won't say too much, but he explains it to you, and he says, the dead souls at the infrastructure dome have forbidden any archaeological work from being done. But this guy's name is Peterman, and he claims that this isn't archaeological work, it's astronomy work, so it should be fine. That's how he explains it to you.
Semantic.
Yeah. But you're pretty sure, like, just the exact reaction you just had when I said that, your character had that too. You're just like, I'm sure they fucking don't want us here regardless of what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
So you're able to, like, move around, do whatever you want.
Okay. So I go up to Peterson, and I ask him, it's like, okay, so what exactly are we trying to do here?
He goes. He kind of laughs at. Roll sense motive.
He's gonna lie to me.
All right, he laughs, but you don't pick up on it. Like when you talk to somebody. Have you ever talked to like a super hardcore asshole nerd and you say something that I don't know? we're all nerds here, but you know how you've talked to somebody who's nerdier than you are, and they're like, "No, that's not what he said." You know, that's kind of what the attitude he gives you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Nick with like MTG lore.
Maybe, but I don't know. No comment. All right.
Well,
There you go. That's the attitude he's giving you, but you don't pick up on it.
God, it's always being a snarky asshole.
Yeah, and he says, "Well, look at her. She's pointing to the stars. There's got to be something there. Nobody's thought of this."
All right. Well, since I was told to hold lookout, I take a lap around the top of the monument
Okay.
and just try to see if I can see anything moving off the sides.
So this temple looks a lot like the old it's like old Incan architecture where it's like a ziggurat that goes straight up. This one is probably...
Does this one also have a sacrificial altar at the top?
You don't know. I don't think so. I haven't thought that far ahead. But this it's really tall. Like, you guys literally got here this morning and you were climbing stairs almost all day to get to the top. And he bitched the entire fucking time. It was so annoying that you almost picked him up and carried him up here. But you didn't. He made it. And he's like rubbing his thighs like, "Oh God, I need to get out and do more cardio." You know, just like stinging shit like that. So you walk around the top. There's a couple of stairwells that go down into the structure. The top up here is it's fairly large. It's probably like 30 feet by 30 feet. But you're a large creature, so maybe it's not that big to you. But to him, like, it's large.
Got you. Okay. Can I take a look down inside the monument?
Yeah, so you look down in the monument, and they have archaeologists have been here probably up to about 6 months ago. So there's still like their equipment and like tables set up and things like that. So you look down into a stairwell. Are you gonna crawl? Are you gonna climb down there? Or are you gonna just look down there?
Yeah, I'll take some steps down.
All right, you take a few steps down and you look around and you walk into like a wide open room, and there's not necessarily like pews, but there's places that like stone benches and things like that set up in here. And then there looks like there's a small stage with like a podium at the front. And so as it's 30 by 30 at the top. As you go down, it gets bigger and bigger because it's like that ziggurat style. So down here, it's probably like 50 by 50.
Okay, can I go to the podium to see if there's any type of scripture or any type of writing?
Go ahead and roll perception. You see the Holly Bible. I'm just kidding. You're not really seeing anything. There are notes and journals and things like that left behind by the archaeological team, and like etchings and things like that. But nothing here that is from who left this temple here.
Okay. I'm gonna head back up to Peterson.
Okay. All right, you go back up there, and he's starting to like put together a Newtonian type telescope.
Okay. Can I try to help him speed it up?
Yeah,
Is that going to be engineering, or is it going to be...
we could do engineering. Okay. All right, no, that doesn't go there. It goes under here, and then we have to tighten this down, and then I need to calibrate the lenses. All you're doing is slowing me down.
I just throw my hands up and walk off.
Okay.
All four of them.
All four heads.
All right.
This guy. I guess since they don't want us here, I'm going to try to put some pews up. I'm going to try to grab some of the pews from down below and just kind of like make a barrier around the top, just in case shit does kick off.
Okay.
I've got something to throw.
So they're stone. How heavy would they be?
Oh, God.
How heavy would a stone bench be? Let me Google it. I'll just Google it.
Like hundreds of pounds.
How heavy is a stone bench?
How thick is the stone?
Type of stone. Is it marble? Is it granite? Is it limestone?
It's
I could lift
it's
limestone.
black greasy stone.
Ooh, and it's hard to grip.
Oh.
Um,
I got 4 arms for that grip.
I'm just gonna say 600 pounds. Is that reasonable to everybody?
Sure.
Fair.
All right.
Rocks
Go
are
ahead.
heavy.
You can roll strength.
Shit.
All right.
It's a
You
hernia.
almost shit your pants, but you don't. But
Saved
you can't,
it.
You move it like 2 inches, and you're like, oh Jesus.
Why is everything hating me on these rolls today?
You got to get all the bad ones out before we start combat.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay, so that's not an option out here either. Okay. Oh, man. Let's do. I guess I'm just gonna walk back upstairs, and we left the snowmobile down at the very bottom. I'm guessing.
Right, yeah, it's down at the bottom.
Okay. I'm gonna try to read through some of the archaeological scribblings,
Sure.
just to see what he might be trying to.
Okay, let me see. Okay, you find one journal. Do you read what languages do you know? You speak common, right?
Yeah.
All right. We'll just say it's written in a language you understand. But basically, they originally translated the markings they found in this temple to be called the vault. And that's what this document's about. It's like, hey, we originally translated it. We thought it was called the vault. And then we had an expert come in, and it's actually called the Vault of Corruption.
Got it. And I'm guessing the vault's down at the very bottom level.
Probably.
Got it. Okay, I'm gonna go back up and talk to Peterson.
Okay. He's up there, like, humming to himself. I don't know. What would a Peterson do? Peterman.
I need you to stop humming Disney's songs and. So you're looking at the stars, but do you have any interest in what's below us?
I'm not a historian. I don't care. I love the stars, man. All right. He's
Space.
What's that?
So wouldn't it be easier to see them from space?
We can't get off this rock.
Ooh.
Keep yelling at me, I'll throw you.
I mean, well, listen. Okay, about that. Now listen. I'm having a hard time capturing exactly what she's pointing at. Do you think you can give me a boost?
Sure.
Just lift me up there. I'm gonna crawl up there so I'm on her arm. You hand me the telescope, and I'll see if I can calibrate what she's pointing at.
What could go wrong?
The way I'm rolling, everything. Fine.
Okay.
I'll get you closer to your stars.
All right. So I just put my foot here. Like, okay, where do I put my hands?
Is that a hands joke?
Well, you got 4 hands. I guess I could. Okay. All right. Give me a boost. Go ahead and roll strength.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make steps out of my arms.
All right. You easily hold him
there
up.
we go.
He's gonna roll a d20 plus. He's gonna roll a d20 minus 2. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and say he crawls up there, and as he's crawling, he's like, oh jeez, oh god, and he crawls up to the top. He's like, all right, can you hand me that?
Okay. I pick up the telescope. Is there okay? See, I think I have some rope on me. I'm gonna try to tie rope to the bottom of it, so in case it falls, it doesn't crash on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, you got rope, so you can just roll like survival or something.
Okay.
Nope.
Doesn't know how to tie knots.
All right, you think you got it, and you hand it up, and then the rope falls off. Like, oh shit. It was a good thought, though. This, sometimes it's the thought that counts. I appreciate you. You're really earning your money out here today. All right, is there anything you want to do while he's up on the statue?
Hello.
No, I'm just gonna pull my hammer out and just slam it on the ground next to me while I take a seat.
Well, Berzik, you need. This is an ancient temple. You need to be careful.
I thought you weren't a historian. You only cared about.
Well,
the
I mean, okay, I care a little. I care a little bit. All right, Come on, man. Just just chill out.
All right. I'll just take a seat and just kind of let him do his job with the telescope.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Wow. Well, this fucking telescope's not powerful enough, so this was kind of a waste of time. I'm gonna have to find a bigger telescope.
You said it's not powerful enough. What if we can just boost the power source?
It's a Newtonian type telescope. There's no power source. I don't have a powered telescope. I thought it would be too heavy for the snowmobile. I'm sorry.
At least you were thinking about my weight.
Well, you're very large, and I just didn't know if the snowmobile would handle that plus a giant powered telescope.
So what's the next move? Where can I procure a telescope for you?
We can go back into town and see if somebody's got one. Maybe. I don't know. Roll perception. All right, he's gonna roll perception too.
Before perception, you lose sight of the guy you're talking to.
Hey, where'd you go? He says, hey, boss. We came in one snowmobile, right?
Yeah.
There's 5 down there.
I just pick up my hammer and start twirling it.
Well,
This
hold
is
on
where
now.
Matt comes in.
Hold on now. We don't need to resort to violence here. Let's just. Everything will be okay. Well, can you help me down?
I'll let you do the talking. Okay. For this one, I just lift my shield up so he can slide or crawl down as he sees fit.
Okay, he's gonna try and crawl. Epic adventures. Look at that, dude. He rolled a nat 20. Look at this guy. This nerd can climb. All right, he climbs
Fucking
down.
parkour's down.
Yeah. He fucking backflips off the top. All right.
Springboard.
Okay, we're gonna cut away. Are we having fun with adventure number 1? With our
Yes.
fucking
Yeah.
characters, or what?
If I can stop failing rolls, I'll do better.
Oh, I sympathize. I'm normally the guy that fails all the rolls, so thank you for taking that role in the party.
What was that one guy in How I Met Your Mother? Like every time he walked out of the room, something really awesome would happen.
The Blitz.
I know Joe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, how do you? Okay, let's Kyla, let's have you introduce your character.
Alright, I'm Elira. And I'm just a baby.
Not like an infant, right? You're like a 13 or 14-year-old kid.
Yeah, I'm a 13-year-old.
I
So
was about to be like, holy shit, do we have to change the baby?
do we have to change the baby?
I have one hand to carry child. That's it.
So, I am a test tube human, and if y'all are familiar with Ender's Game, you should know Bean and the 5th book. It's basically his origin story. So what had happened was, I was in an illegal genetic engineering lab that specialized in enhancing minds. So that's where I gained the ability for the mystic arts. So I am going to be our little cleric. But once the government caught wind of this illegal lab, they swiftly shut it down, but by shutting it down, they were destroying all test subjects. Elira was one of the successful test subjects, so at a very, very young age, she had the alertness to crawl away, hide, and then find a little charity group. And that's where she grew up for the first few years, being a little street rat. So she would get her like food from the soup kitchen and for the most part just lived on the streets until one day Sister Clara realized how intelligent Lyra was and her special abilities because she was like healing random animals. And then I'm so sorry.
That sounds like it fucking sucks.
It's a lot better. It's just dry.
Oh.
Yeah, we had COVID last week. Sister Clara alerted SRG, the Security Intelligence Reconnaissance Group of Earth, about my abilities, and they ended up recruiting me. But due to my enhanced abilities, my body cannot handle my brain development. And so I'm not expected to live past the age of like 25. So because I have a ticking time clock on my life, I send most of my paycheck to the soup kitchen because those people were the only people that were kind to me. And I'm just checking around. It ties into my hero. Should I mention that as well?
The hero actually wasn't necessary part of the homework, but you can talk about it if you want.
Okay, so one of the reasons why I was so inclined to join SRG, even though I'm doomed to die, is my childhood hero, who is also a mystic. She might be able to help me actually accept the arts that was forcibly injected into me. So that is my only hope to survive, is if she can teach me or train me to absorb my abilities. And so that's why I'm running around with SRG, because she also is running around helping planets and all that. So hopefully we'll run into her at one point. If not, I've already accepted my fate. I'm just here for the ride.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There might be a chance, if the gods deem fit.
Okay.
So just because you weren't here for ours, we also discussed like if there's any features about yourself, like how would we see you, and then like your character alignment if you have already established one.
I'm chaotic neutral.
Okay.
I am exactly as my icon is. Just a young girl that seems to just be a little bit cranky, but she's just happy to be here for the most part, as long as you don't talk to her directly. She just wants to be around people, but she doesn't want to do the talking.
Well, good thing we have Max, Bullfrog Jones, do the talking.
Or at least the staring.
This shit's so funny.
Okay. What else did we do for introductions? Was that it?
Oh, is your character played by anybody, voiced by anybody?
I don't know if you ever watched Toradora, but this is Taiga. So if you've ever watched that, that's what she's based off of.
So you have to use your imagination because there isn't a CGI anime character in the game.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
I feel like I have seen Toradora.
When I Googled it too, I was like, "This looks familiar."
Yeah.
It looks like
It's
Right?
a rom-com. Yeah,
I love
she-
rom-coms.
She is called like the Palm Tiger. She's the one that she lives alone for the most part. Her family's super wealthy, but they basically abandoned her. She has a chip on her shoulder. She looks like an angel, but is like a thug. She's not against beating people up. And on the very first day of school, she actually runs into this dude that straight up looks like a thug, but he's the angel. So their roles are reversed, and so people are like, "Oh my god, they're already conflicting. Who's going to be the top of the top?" And she just whoops his ass. And then they both love each other's best friends, but ultimately fall in love with each other.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty typical.
Okay. All right. Well,
Oh,
let's get into it. Unless somebody else had anything.
last thing. What
Yeah.
brings your character to Delios?
That's correct. Delio 7, why is your character here?
So I was just doing an escort mission with SRG, and I delivered my client to Helios, and right now I'm just waiting for my next orders.
All right. Elira.
Mm-hmm.
Your data pad dings with a notification. You glance down and look at it. Here's what the notification says. There's only one way on and off that rock. Keep an eye out for a new target. Nebulous operative, dark hair, human woman. We'll send more details later. Next shuttle arrives in 3 weeks. Stand by.
She just nods. She's like, okay.
All right. So you like turn off the data pad and you look around. This place really is the definition of a backwater planet. You're standing outside like a common house. It's your girlfriend. You're standing outside a common house. They're like places for people to crash that weren't assigned housing. The buildings are all prefabs. They're square with rounded corners. They stand about 7 feet tall. They have little feet at the bottom of them, so they're not sitting right on like the bedrock or whatever. And there's like steps that go up to a sliding door. And all the buildings look the exact same. The only differing feature is their size, and all the doors have numbers above them. Other than that, like, they're all copy paste.
Mm-hmm. So I'm in the residential area.
Yeah, you're kind of in a residential area. All buildings sit on the dark gray stone, rugged and craggy. The walkways and streets have been smoothed over by repeated use. So as soon as you get off like a main drag, like the ground is really uneven.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to do?
I guess go to the hub or a main marketplace or something like that and just start looking for the target.
Okay. So you're kind of contemplating your surroundings, and roll perception for me as you're walking around a little bit. Holy fucking shit.
Listen, I'm enhanced. This brain, big brain plays.
God, okay.
I'm squished though. Please protect me. I'm squish.
Sees into the future.
Alright, you hear somebody yell, hear ye, listen up! And you look around, and there's about half a dozen armed guards standing around like a makeshift gallows.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows what a gallows is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. In the middle of like the marketplace, there's a man and a woman are strung up with their hands bound behind their backs, and they got the rope around their necks.
Mm-hmm.
The man looks sullen and defeated, and the woman's face is puffy from bawling.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to do right now?
I thought you said they had bags on their faces.
They do not have bags on their faces.
Do I recognize the lady?
Nope. Never seen these people.
Are they going to announce their crime?
If you wait. You don't have to do anything. I just want to give you an opportunity to if you wanted to.
I'll look in the crowd, see if anyone's trying to be sneaky.
People are gathering and like getting, and an audience is building.
Okay. I'll sit and wait, hear the crimes.
Okay.
Do I have authority here? Like, what is SRG's level of authority compared to local government?
Have you ever seen The Expanse?
I have not.
Okay. You're basically like a corporate paid police service.
Okay, so I don't really have authority.
Not really. You have authority if a corporation pays you to investigate something that happened to them. You have authority over like the people that work for that corporation. Like you have all access rights and things like that if you need them.
Yeah, but I don't have.
But there's
authority
no
to stop a
yeah.
public execution.
There's no real government. Like everything's corporate owned.
Okay.
Have you ever played Outer Worlds?
No.
No. Okay. So in Outer Worlds, like corporations own the planets and the cities and the all the people sign contracts and like they're basically all owned by the company. That's kind of like what it's like out here in the outer part of the system.
Okay. So by whose authority, or which company's authority is doing this?
Roll intelligence. Or do you have like is there like a knowledge local or something?
I think that Pathfinder.
Okay. Well, we can just roll with intelligence here. So you're super smart. You haven't been here very long, but you know that this planet belonged to a company called Biodyne.
Mm-hmm.
And they were the ones that were running the archaeological digs on this. So this planet is just like one big archaeological dig. And so all these people that are here to support the archaeology and the research that goes into that. There is a nebulous base way up north that's self-sufficient. Nobody really knows what goes on there. The Sea Ice Research Station is kind of an oddball. You guys know about that from the prologue?
Mm-hmm.
Your character doesn't know about it, but you, the person, knows about that. And then there's just a bunch of domes set up and modules set up to support life because life can't survive outside the domes. Like you can wear an environmental suit, but like you can't breathe the air. It's so fucking cold. Like you'll die in like a few seconds. It's awful out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Did I answer your question? I'm sorry. I rambled.
I think so.
Okay.
All right, so I'm listening to hear their crimes.
Okay. With the 33 perception, I'm just going to roll with it because it's really good. And you have a plus 14, so I can't see you failing a roll to see what's going on. So we'll just roll with it. You see a mustachioed man followed by a cloaked figure walk out of a nearby building and climb up the gallows. The mustached man scans the crowd while the cloaked man stands by the lever that operates the trapdoor.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing like light battle armor. He's got a knife on one hip and a gun on the other. The cloaked man is not wearing any armor, just like the robes with the hood pulled up.
Can I sense motive on this guy?
What are you sensing?
Is he supposed to be there? Is he searching for somebody?
Oh, why is he scanning?
Awful.
Why is he scanning the crowd? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sense motive that guy. It looks like he's making sure he's got large enough of an audience.
Interesting. I mean, they're gonna die. So I'm debating whether to do a telepathic message to the two to get them to say their part. I mean, they're gonna die anyway, so...
Do you want to send a telepathic message?
No, I'm gonna take that back.
Okay.
Is this unusual? Are executions fairly common here,
No.
as far as I know?
No, this is pretty unusual.
Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna sit and wait then.
Okay. The guy with the mustache kind of speaks out to the crowd. He says, "We have lived in relative harmony for months now. The dead souls are not going anywhere. We are stuck here waiting for the end, just like you. That is no reason to start stealing from each other. Is it?" He pulls out a small book from his pocket and he flips through a few pages and he begins to read. He says, "Goodbyes are only for those who love with their eyes. Because for those who love with heart and soul, there is no such thing as separation." He closes the book and puts it back in his pocket.
Interesting.
He says, he turns to the two people that are strung up and he says, "Now, are you going to tell me who put those weapons in those barrels?" There's that amount of silence. Neither one of them speak up. Do you want to do anything?
If they're not talking, I can't do anything to them.
Okay.
If they were talking, I could do Zone of Truth, so they couldn't lie, but silence is the only way around that. It's not like I can force them to talk.
Okay. Neither one of them says anything. So the mustachioed... Uh-oh. Did we lose
It was
music?
the butt.
I'll fix it in a second. So the mustached man sighs like a defeated sigh, and he looks over to the hooded man who nods to him, and the guy pulls the lever, and both people drop, and they struggle against the ropes until they expire.
Interesting.
Can you heal that?
Word choice. Expire. Is no longer usable.
Okay, how about until they drop through the floor and flop like a fish?
Yeah. That's basically what happened. Alright. Fruzig doesn't know what astrology archaeology is. My girlfriend! I was catching up on the Discord messages. I can show you the world.
I try and keep my random thoughts that pop into my head in there as text. That way I'm not like interrupting you to do it.
No, it's great.
But
I
like
love it.
sometimes like I have that excitement that I just need to get out.
Gus stiffens. That one was good.
Alright. He turns to the
Your
crowd.
dad touches you, Gus stiffens.
Yeah, daddy. Alright. The mustache guy turns to the crowd and he says, "If you are out there, the one taking these supplies away from those in need, we will find and hang every single person that receives them. Mark my words." He turns to the guards. "Leave them. Let's get back to the infrastructure dome." Roll perception again. He walks down the gallows and some of the guards follow him. The hooded man is staring right at you.
At me?
Yes.
I'm just a baby. I can't hide rifles.
The guy like says something to the mustache man, and the mustache guy like waves him away. Doesn't even turn and look.
Can I do an intimidation on this dude?
He's kind of far away right now, but you can
man.
when he gets closer to you.
I want to have like a stare down with this dude. Like
All
you're
right, go
looking at
for
a
it.
little kid.
Yeah, go
Like,
ahead. You can roll intimidation.
What's up, bitch? You want to fight me? The 13-year-old? Come at me. Hold my... What am I holding? What am I holding? What am I holding? My hoops.
Did
Okay.
you say hoops?
Hold my teddy bear. Hold my teddy bear. I'm gonna beat this bitch.
It's a violent 13-year-old.
You were gonna go sit in timeout, little girl.
I
All
told you
right.
she's cranky.
He's walking over to you.
Okay. I don't have stealth, so we're just gonna see how this goes.
He calls out to you. "Hello there."
Oh,
General Kenobi.
what?
Hello there. Yeah.
Oh, is he friendly?
Yeah, he said hello there to you.
That was a fantastic version of that.
Is he?
Did I
He's not
sound just like
intimidated?
Ewan McGregor?
Yes.
He's
He's
not
not-
scared of me?
He's my husband. He doesn't seem like it.
Look, what? What do you want?
He said, "I am Deacon. I had a vision of your arrival to this place."
You're dreaming
Come-
of little kids? Wow. Gross.
He doesn't even respond to you.
Okay.
He says, "Come by the infrastructure dome and talk with me. I can help you extend your life, young one."
Will there be cookies?
He turns and walks away.
Damn, I follow him immediately because I'm a lost kid.
Okay, so is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of feels you following him, and he turns around and he says, "Are you coming with us?"
Yeah, I don't know my way around here. I figured I'd just follow you, Daddy.
Okay. You're gonna make it weird? Alright.
I'm saying all of this with a deadpan face, too.
Okay. He kind of like shakes his head at you. And he takes you into the building that they initially walked out of. You walk in there, and it's basically a small hovel. They've kind of been... What?
No, it just Sart's face. Like, he rotated. I assume that she's in that direction from him, and he just come back to the camera and just...
I go and sit on a chair and just swing my legs until he's ready to talk to me.
Okay. So it looks like they're packing up and they're going to leave. So he kind of comes over to you. So he sees that you're sitting there, and he kind of comes over to you and he says, "There's a seat with us if you want to come with us."
I would appreciate that.
Sure.
I go to the next seat and start swinging my legs.
Okay. So they have... have you guys ever seen the original Thing? The Kurt Russell one?
Of course.
Yeah, were they in the
In Antarctica?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you know those big snow tractors that they drive?
Yeah.
They have like a few of those parked here.
Nice.
Rolling that coffee. So they kind of climb into those, and you follow them on. And you sit down next to them, and they just start driving away, and we'll cut away. Y'all too nasty. All right. Back to our
vehicles with strangers. Oh wait, you
Yeah.
have parents.
They had candy,
I
so
don't
she jumped
have
on.
parents. I don't have parents, okay? You want to rub salt on that, Lynn? Huh? Bitch?
The guy's like,
huh?
"Hey kid, do you want some candy?" And she's like, "Yeah."
No, he didn't even answer if he had cookies or not. I'm just following him. I'm
I've
going
got
to
a-
die.
I've got a new
She
bike
doesn't
in here.
care. She has no instinct to stay alive.
Do you want a new Huffy? I got a bike in this van.
Jesus Christ.
Got a big wheel.
The biggest piece of candy that he could have given me was, "I have an inkling on how to extend your life." So I'm like, fuck yeah. Do whatever you want.
Whoa.
And she's calling him daddy.
And call him
Aren't you like-
daddy.
Aren't you like 13?
Mm-hmm. Weren't you
getting
watching
some-
porn when you were like 12?
I'm getting some weird mixed vibes going on here, right? So she's 13, carrying a teddy bear, but also in the throes of like calling this man daddy. It's strange.
Listen, she only
like
has
it.
one life.
Getting all the levels of weird.
Right?
She
I
only
like it.
has one life. She's going to do everything she enjoys all at once. And everyone's opinion be damned.
How does she know what she?
All the mental acuity. She already knows what she likes.
Jesus.
Anyways, do you know what a deacon is?
Are you asking me? I
Asking
named
him.
I named a character for a reason.
Yeah, you pulled out a Bible-like thing. His name is Deacon. So is it really that wrong of me to call him Daddy?
I mean, father probably would have been a little bit more appropriate, but
Nah, I'm a kid.
right. So you can call him whatever you want. I don't care.
I'm on the cusp of knowing that's right, but also too young to care.
All right. Screen cuts away from you. Scene opens up with Gus and Nick standing outside a shuttle. The shuttle looks just like a pelican from Halo, like that style. That's what you guys flew down here on. The shuttle is parked on a platform, and the scenery around the platform is. Oh yeah, there's a GIF. Hold on, let me look at it. Yeah. The scenery around the platform is Hothish. We've been over that. It's snowy, it's windy, it's icy, right? Snowpacked fields as far as the eye can see. A strong wind assaults the two as you guys disembark the platform. The sound of metal on metal surprises Nick, and you stop in your tracks. You reach down and pick up an embossed metallic map that's like curled into a C shape.
Oh no.
And it's of the Sea Ice Research Station.
Ooh.
Oh,
Rip that off the wall. That's from the prologue.
What do you want to do with it?
I mean, we're just outside on a top of somewhere, right?
Yeah, so you guys are all environmental. You guys are both in environmental suits.
Oh, I'm just gonna look over at Gus and be like, "Do you want to mental snapshot this in case it comes up later?"
That'd probably be a good idea. Huh?
Yeah.
And I'll go stand next to him and take a screenshot.
Okay.
Why does it gotta be an ice planet, though? You know, like, we have to get marooned, or out here in the middle of who knows where in space. Could it be a nice tropical planet with waterfalls and beaches? No. Ice planet.
Isn't that always our luck? At least since when you got here.
Was it better before I got here?
I'm gonna look away as he says that, like drifting off to the ground.
Archimedes 2 was a jungle planet. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay. The platform has a few outbuildings nearby. It looks like there's normally like an offboarding process that must be followed if people are allowed to land on the planet, but there's nobody around. The booths that are set up on either side of the platform are empty. Down on the surface, there are visible snowmobile tracks in the ice going off into different directions. Roll perception. Holy shit.
720p screen. Sorry, I gotta lean forward.
Damn, we on it.
There's a maintenance shed, and you guys kind of like walk up to it, and you look inside, and there's a snow rover.
Hell yeah.
So it looks like the rover that you guys used to have on your ship, similar to that. So it looks like a Mako from Mass Effect, but instead of wheels, it's got snow tracks.
Is it only one?
Just one.
I call driving. I say that out loud. And I'm gonna go start trying to get it to work.
Okay. It looks like it needs some kind of key card access.
Well, let's hack this bitch. Don't fucking tell me key card. Does it have any sort of computer system to it? Or, I mean, it's got to, right? If it has a key card access.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try and interface into it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll computer. I'm a computer. It's giving you some fucking trouble, dude. Nick, you're watching this happen.
You rolled a nat 1 and still have 18.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I'm gonna look over at him and I'm gonna unplug from it and just like hand the cord outright over to him and look away. Like...
You failed successfully.
Don't worry there, Gus. You know, sometimes performance anxiety happens.
All right, Nick's able to get into the... He's able to open the door and unlock it. So...
Oh, this is just to get into the door? This was just
to get in the vehicle?
Yeah. I thought the vehicle needed it.
No, the vehicle does. No, yeah, you're right. So you needed a keycard access to get in the vehicle, and now you need to start the vehicle. So you guys are inside. Right. So inside, there's like a big display screen in between two seats, and then there's like a small cargo hold in the back, and there's additional seating back there too. Nice. But it is not operational. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna do an engineering check to see why it's not.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
my god.
Second nat 1.
Nat 1 still 26. What the actual shit? You know what
Mechanic
that
baby.
reminds me of? You remember that character from Fur Gully? The little bat that would like shock the shit out of himself to do stuff?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining right now. You're just shocking your shit out of yourself and be like, oh, no, we're wonderful.
But on the moment I can't start it, I just like I lean my head against the fucking the wheel, and I look over at Nick, and then I like lift the seat back and I crawl into the back seat.
I'm gonna scamper down underneath the steering wheel and see if I can get it started.
All right, go ahead and roll engineering.
They're alphabetical.
You're able to start the rover. Just because that was
I
a nat
roll
1.
worse.
You rolled a 6, so you rolled a 1. Wow, you have so much to your engineering. 10, 16.
Yeah, I have 25 points.
That's fucking gross. All right.
Yeah, I thought I was good over here with 18. Like
For
plus
my
18 to a roll.
Does Nat 1 just automatically mean you fail even though your bonus is passed?
I'm gonna go with a yeah on this particular roll. Because I'm a dick.
Okay.
No, it makes sense.
Okay, so you get it booted up, and there's like an interactive map pops up on the screen, and you guys can like, so it's like a big tablet. You can move it around and check out the different locations on the planet. The nearest dome to you guys from here is the infrastructure dome.
If I look around the inside of the vehicle, do I see any sort of like operator's manual or anything for this thing?
Yeah, we'll say there's like a help menu on the screen.
Oh, there's no sort of books or anything in the vehicle. I'm gonna sit in the chair and attempt to see if I can see out the front windshield.
You have to stand on the seat on your tippy toes. So you won't be able to sit and drive the vehicle.
How far does it look like it is to the dome?
Probably an hour.
I'm gonna stand there for a second and like looking out of it, and then I'm just gonna like get down. I'm gonna turn and look back over him. I'm like, I'm not standing for the next hour. You drive. I'm gonna hop down and walk back into the back.
I'll hop into the driver's seat, fix back into position, and then I'm gonna plot a course for the infrastructure dome
Okay.
on the little display, and then I'm gonna get us going.
And as he starts to pull out, he's just gonna hear from the back, "Just know, you couldn't turn her on." And then just recline the seat.
All right. It shows like an outside shot of the rover, like peeling out of the maintenance shed and like driving off. Is there anything you guys want to do on your way?
Is there any like logs in this computer? Can I like plug into it and start going through its logs as
Yeah.
I'm driving?
Yeah, go ahead and make a computers check.
And then while he's doing that, if I rummage to the back, is there anything, either useful equipment or data pads or any of that kind of stuff back here?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Computers check 36. You would basically, if the network was operational, you would literally be able to access anything from this rover. But what you find is the network is offline.
Okay, so I have root access to this thing. That's what you just.
So basically, you can't access anything outside this rover. There's no
Right.
logs on the rover that tells a story or anything like that. It's mostly just logs of who checked it out, where their destination, how many miles they drove, things like that.
But I do have root access
Yeah, you have root access to this.
to the
but
rover.
You can't do anything beyond what's in this rover. What you
Yes.
discovered is if the network was operational, you'd be able to like go out and access data in other places, but you can't.
I understand.
Okay.
But this thing is passcoded, right?
Yes.
I want to change the passcodes to our credentials or to like a user account with a passcode for us,
Okay.
Nice.
and disable the other, like the card credentials.
Sure. Yeah, you're able to do that.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay. Nick, you're looking around in the back, and there is a data pad back there in like a gym bag. There's somebody tossed
Sweet.
back there.
I'll fish that out and
okay.
kind of go through it. Just skim to see if there's anything that doesn't look like just straight up personal stuff.
Roll computers.
I also want to name this thing Steve, so it's no longer a her. That's why Nick could turn it on.
Okay.
Change the voice of the computer to a man's voice.
Yeah, it's an English dude's voice now. Turn left in 43 kilometers. All right.
Nice.
Get on the motorway. 21 computers. You are able to boot this thing up. It's just a bunch of personal information, and you discover the same issue that Gus discovered. Like, you can't get to the core network from this data pad. It looks like there's something wrong.
I'm gonna head up toward where he is. I'm just gonna like kind of hold it out so you can see I have a data pad and just be like, hey, so do you think we're too far out from like civilization to hit the planet network, or
Running into that network issue, I ran into the same thing on the computer here. And then I'm gonna look at the course from like how far away we are, an hour away. I'm guessing. Do I really need to roll? I would know that like we're not too far out, right? So I guess my idea would be, unless there's something wrong with the network there, no, we should be able to. So we're either locked out or the network's down there. Good news, this is now our rover, and I'm going to show him our credentials.
oh, look at us moving up in the world. Went from being stranded and now we have our own ride. I find this concerning. Like, there's nobody here to check like a ship landing, and then there's no access to the network. Like, just seems odd.
I mean, we better hope people are there, or we're going to have a very, very hard trip here.
Or if nobody's there, I mean, we just have access to everything. Just take a ship and leave if everybody's gone for some reason.
That'd be the best case scenario.
Everybody would lunch at the exact same time.
Where would be the next, on the map, where would be the next pod from the infrastructure pod? Or dome or whatever?
Yeah, are they pods or domes?
They're domes, so they're like.
Okay.
Here, I'll use this.
Because, yeah, in my head, I visualize them as like. I can't think of the movie. There's like a movie with big snow domes. I don't know. Okay.
Hold on, I got a picture.
Where?
Picture.
Whose data pad was that? I'm gonna ask Nick. Does it say who the user was?
Yes.
I want a picture. Are they like that big or like massive? Like are these
Massive.
things like miles long?
So that one's actually here in the Quad Cities, but they're way bigger than that. They're massive.
Okay.
Okay.
Take that times like 1,000. They're huge.
Nice.
Still not as big as your mom.
So the reason why I'm asking about the data pad, Zach, is I want to know what this person, if we can see what they look like, their name, gender, age, things like that. Like, do they have any information on them, or is it just like a name?
Oh, you're gonna make me come up with a name out of the blue.
No, you don't have to. It's just this is literally if I want to disguise self at some point in time.
It's belongs to a researcher from the Eris Dome.
There you go.
Okay.
No picture.
Do you think I would have enough information based off of like what's on the data pad to disguise myself as this person?
No,
Would that
I
be
don't,
on there?
Yeah, you don't. They don't have any pictures of themselves on there or anything
Okay.
like that.
All right, that was the big question.
But I mean, judging from I found it in a gym bag, I assume they're jacked, just straight yoked.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, there's a lot of researchers that I've seen that just really, especially Planet like this, focus down on fitness and just, yeah.
And it stunk in there too. Like it'd been in there for a while, and it was all sweaty when they left the shit in there.
Oh God.
Okay.
So, which dome are we heading? Oh, infrastructure dome.
Infrastructure.
We're an hour out, so we're on which side of that? Just give or take.
So you guys are at the space station. I'm on roll 20 right now, and I'm pinging it.
Oh, okay. Yep, I see it. So we're heading in from the space station toward the infrastructure dome.
Correct.
Got it.
Yep.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, so this wasn't like a small thing. This was like the space station we landed at.
Correct. Yeah.
And it was just ghost town.
Ghost town. Correct.
Yep, I'm sticking with I'm concerned.
As we should be.
Okay.
Is there 2 seats at the front of this thing?
Yeah. So there's a pilot's chair and a co-pilot's chair.
I'm gonna hop up in the co-pilot's chair. Can I see if we have any sort of shields, weapons, anything like that on this thing?
This is not equipped with any kind of weapons.
Any sort of shielding to maybe help with the environment or anything?
Yeah, so I would think it would have some shielding in case it gets stuck in like a really nasty storm or something like that.
Okay, but like kind of basic. It's not going to do much for like weapons fire.
It's not going to take a missile.
Yeah, maybe some small arms.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Just seeing what we're working with.
Okay, show me what you're working with.
Show me what you've got.
I want to see what you got. All right. Let's see. All right. You guys are driving for a while, and you get within eye shot of the dome itself. Roll perceptions. Perceptions. Plural. Just one. I'm just kidding. You guys both see him because they're bright lights. There's 4, like, thanks for that, Sparky. Sparky's in the cargo hold. There's 4.
He sees nothing.
What's that?
He sees nothing. He's staring at the wall.
Yeah, he's turned off. You see, like, 4 snowmobiles heading out towards you.
Oh, that's not good.
Well,
So, over under on this being a pleasant welcoming party here to greet us to their fine dome.
maybe they're wondering if they need some help with their network.
Yeah. So I say we just take that angle.
IT? What's up?
Yeah, when they stop us, we just take that angle. So hey, we heard you guys have had some network outage. You know, we're here from Galactic Mobile.
As long as
Do you
you guys
think-
have a ladder, you can get into anywhere.
Just make sure they can't see Sparky, so at least we have some sort of surprise tactic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll have him go tactical cloaked in the back. He's just got to stand there for, 6 seconds, and then he just active camouflages into the environment.
Okay. You guys are going to forget he's there, and you're going to run into him. I'm just kidding.
And I'm gonna supercharge my weapon.
Oh, jeez.
Man, you guys are getting ready to fuck these dudes up. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do? Because we'll say that they've stopped and they're waiting for you guys to get to them.
That's it.
Okay.
So, like, in terms of big field, like, are they? Did they stop far enough out that we could just take like not a terribly aggressive angle and just try and go around them as if this is all a big misunderstanding?
We're just headed to the dome.
You probably could try that if you wanted to, but they've kind of stopped where. So there's like So I didn't describe this very well, but there's a tram line that connects the space station to this dome, and you guys have been following that, and that's where they're stopped, like and that goes overhead. It's like a tram overhead,
okay.
not on the ground. So they've stopped underneath that.
I mean, you could always try and go around. Maybe they're not out here for us.
They start. You say that, and then they start blinking their lights at you.
I'm gonna look over at him and be like, I think that's for us. And I'm gonna go 5 under. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna slow it down. All right, we're not coming in hot.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get, within a good distance of him.
I'm gonna go ahead and stick my hand in my mouth and pull out the 3 pieces that I start assembling together. That is my rifle.
They're all slobbery and gross.
I forgot you could do that.
You're gonna hear Gus gag. I hate it when you do that. Disgusting.
Do you have somewhere better to keep it? Maybe you have somewhere I can stash my barrel.
Gus is gonna roll
Screws
his
it into
eyes.
the receiver.
All right. So there's 3 armed guards. They're all wielding long arms, and they're Captain Morganing on top of their snowmobiles. So they've got like one leg up on there. One guy is standing like at attention. He just doesn't have his rifle out. It's strapped to his back, and he's waving you guys down.
So we'll slow up, come to a stop, and then I'll look over at Nick and be like, "Well, I'm gonna get out."
You're the charming one. I'm gonna like step to the inside of the door, like right near it, so I'm not in eye line, but I can pop out if he needs me.
Okay. So you stop the rover and you hop out.
Yeah, I'm gonna dismantle out of the rover.
You get another Obi-Wan hello there from the guy. He walks up to you.
How goes it?
Says, a little cold out here, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Yeah, anyway, sorry. Well, I need to ask the usual questions. Who are you? What do you want? What are you doing here? Blah, blah, blah.
Well, we're not here by choice. We were scrapping up a ship up out of orbit, and some things went south. We lost sight of our ship, and we had to take a skiff on down to whatever you call this place. Frozen hell.
This is Delio.
We're just
Delio
looking
7.
for...
You came from a ship?
Yes.
What ship did you come from?
Why would I... What was the name of our scrapper ship? I'm going to give him that name.
Dawn Star.
From the Dawn Star.
Dawn Star. I don't know this ship.
It's just some hunk of junk. It really wasn't worth much. We're not even mad we lost it. Really, we're just looking to find some civilization. We noticed the space station we came from was deserted.
Oh, no, not many people come and go from here anymore.
I would understand why they don't want to come here, but you're telling me people don't want to go?
Correct.
I'm a sense motive, that bitch ass. Tell me your secrets, Daddy. Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah, you could tell he's not telling you the whole truth.
If people don't want to go, there must be a reason to stay. What's going on here that brings so many people here?
I
And I'm
think
gonna look
these
around at his
people-
troops.
I think these people that live on this planet are thriving under the guidance of Mr. Jenkins.
Mr. Jenkins, I'm not familiar with Mr. Jenkins. Care to elaborate?
Well, why don't you just meet him yourself? I think you will. I think if you met him, you would want to stay.
Are his guys pointing the guns at us?
No,
Okay.
this is a friendly conversation.
Okay.
Like he's.
Be for long.
And what's your name, friend?
Oh, god damn it.
Ha!
Oh, my name. I'm Billy Bob Joe William.
Seventh.
The 7th. Now he says, I'm Sean.
Well met, Sean. Sounds like Jenkins is the man to meet. Can't wait to meet him.
Great. I'm just gonna. We have a protocol, okay? And I don't want to alarm you, but we do need to pat you down. I'm not gonna take any of your stuff. This is an open carry planet, okay?
Well, you see, I'm openly carrying.
Right. So
What else are you looking for?
I'm not saying I need to take your stuff, but we need to inventory what you have.
Inventory what I have.
I'm going to pat you down. You're going to put all the stuff out on the hood of your rover here, and I'm going to take an inventory of what you have.
You're gonna see Nick Nick start frantically taking the rifle back apart to shove it to his mouth.
I'm gonna
then-
try
and
to
then-
stall him.
And then
I'm
a
gonna
couple... Okay. And then he says...
No.
So he's still explaining it. He says, and then a couple of my boys are going to go on the rover there, and they're going to search the rover. Like I said, it's protocol. You know? It's business.
I want their name and badge
Business.
number.
Right. And my helmet was on, right? Or
So you can't breathe the environment here, so you would be in an environment.
so I was in a suit.
Yeah.
I was in an environment.
They all are too.
Okay.
But they're like the faces are. You could see the faces through the helmet. Like they're like those Mass Effect ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So, how long does it take me to break this bitch down? I put it in here.
I'm gonna get you guys together.
Is it more
tonight.
than -50 in this planet?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay. Well, never mind. I was gonna really stall for you. I was gonna cast Life Bubble and start stripping. I'm gonna go ahead and start laying out my items.
Okay.
You know, like helmet. I'm gonna hold the rifle. I really
very
don't
nice.
have too much.
Is that a disintegrator 9000?
She sure is. And I'm gonna like run a hand down her.
Okay.
To be honest, so I'll have like a couple knick-knack things.
They don't.
but
Whatever
pretty much
you
just a helmet.
whatever you have, they don't even bat an eyelash. They just document it, and they let you have it back.
Okay.
And he says, "Now, before my boys board the rover, is there anything I need to know about?"
No, I mean I'm not alone, but you'll find that out soon enough. And then I
Oh.
start packing up my things.
Can you have your friend come out here? What? No, he says it. He says, "What do you mean you're not alone?"
Well, I travel with my companion.
Why don't you have your companion come on, step on out here?
Well, I've got to warn you, he's a mighty ferocious warrior.
I thought you were talking about Sparky.
No, I wouldn't time out Sparky. He's a mighty ferocious warrior. He's got a loud mouth, and he's ready for action. Nick, why don't you go ahead and step out here?
So in the time that they were checking his stuff, so I broke down the rifle, tucked that back in the cheeks. I hid my skip shot pistol and my armor. What are they called? my concealed compartments on my armor, and then I hid my other pistol, the flame pistol, in the concealed compartments on Sparky. I got places for everything, so it looks like all I have on me is just the poly club.
Okay. So you step out and he goes, "Oh, he's just a little feller."
Ooh, buddy, I wouldn't have said that.
I will straight up break your knees.
Oh, listen. I meant no offense. I'm sure you would. I just need to take an inventory of your stuff, sir.
So, do you buy me dinner first, or do you just come on over here and get all up on all of this?
I'm gonna come on over there, and he comes up and gets all up on you and starts patting you down.
Do I need to try and make sure that the stuff stays hidden?
No, they don't pat you that. They're not paying
Okay.
that close attention to what you have.
Yep. So all they find on me then is the poly club.
Oh, did she pull that out of her butt?
What?
Okay.
Maybe.
I gotta look at that.
Okay, a couple of guys go in there and search the rover.
He is active camouflaged in the back, like tucked away, trying to
Right.
hide.
They say, "Sir, can you come on in here?" And the guy turns to you guys and he says, "Excuse me one moment." And he walks around to the rover. Do you guys want to do anything while they're in there?
Oh, we don't have our portable trackers anymore. God damn it. We used to have tracking devices.
I'm gonna combat track the guy that we've been talking to the whole time.
Okay.
We're on the same side as the door, right?
So I would say if this was like a car, you guys are up by the hood, and they're probably back by the trunk.
And I'm gonna clock my grip.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of move around, kind of closer to the hood, but toward the side to see if I can listen in on what they're talking about.
It looks like it's invisible. Well, that's because it is invisible, dummy. Is this gonna be a problem, sir? I don't care. These guys seem fine.
What? How do they see him?
All right, the guy comes back up to the front and
Yeah.
he's like, "Well, do you mind if we escort you on into the dome?"
Well, wouldn't want us getting lost now.
That's right. We'll get you in there. It's a little late, so you probably can't see Jenkins today, but we can set you up for a meeting tomorrow if that's all right. There's places in there in the dome for you to stay and sleep it off.
How about a hot meal?
There's a hot meal, places to sleep. Does that sound good?
Sounds like luxury.
All right. So they load up on their snowmobiles, and you guys get back in your rover, and you guys drive off. Do you guys want to take a break?
I'm fine.
I'm good.
That's up to y'all. I grabbed a drink
It's
earlier.
up to y'all.
Yeah, I'm good then.
Do you need a break?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. It sounds like my
Okay.
dog is being an asshole to my wife. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go grab another soda.
All the hidden compartments.
All the compartments.
Oh yeah, I saw those and like I needed random stuff to fill up the mod slots on my armor, and I was looking. Yeah, it gives me a +5 to my sleight of hand for hiding shit on myself. And it doesn't specify in the compartments, it just says on myself. So it counts my
That's why I
cheeks.
pulled up the Elizabeth Swan thing, where it's like, where did that weapon come from? He
Right?
said butt cheeks. That was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, yep, this is what he did.
I think it's so stupid. Even with a fucking 1, he has a 25 and a. The fuck is this one? A fucking 17.
Yeah. It's the it's like because the scale for hard DCs in this game is so much higher than 5e.
Shit, I didn't mean to do that.
I gotta move one of my guns onto Sparky. He's got a piece of shit pistol. I think I'm gonna put the flame pistol on him because that thing's kind of dope. I only ever use one at a time.
Uh, 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 I don't see anywhere on here where I put -2 armor to 8. What is ACP? Shit.
ACP?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I gotta look it up.
Hey, Mac, question for you. Do you know, I don't think I can, but do you know if Zach can move an item from one character sheet to another?
I don't think so. You might have to copy paste.
Okay. I figured I'd ask.
I'm back.
Quick question for you before we hop in.
Yes.
Do you know if you can move items from one character sheet to another, or do we just need to re-add it?
I think you got to re-add it. I don't think there's
Okay.
a way to copy.
Okay, too easy. I'll do it later. I'm
Hey.
just changing out which one of my... I have 3 pistols between me and Sparky. I'm just changing out which one's attached to him.
What is Zach? What's ACP?
Where do you see that on your character sheet?
Golem Forge plating. It says a -2 to ACP.
Armor check penalty.
Got it.
Yeah, so any of your skills that have the little shield next to it, you get a -2 to it.
Yep, that makes a lot more sense because like my sleight of hand, my stealth, and my acrobatics and all that kind of shit went down. I was like, but why?
Yeah, it's like the heavy armor disadvantage thing from 5e.
Yeah, I was just double checking.
Okay. I went stand mode because my ass hurts, dude. Fuck.
Sorry.
I know, I keep getting pounded there. Alright, anyway, sorry. I'm going to find some new music, and then we're going to switch gears to Verzik.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So let me know what we're doing.
What are you guys in the mood for?
Ooh.
Mass Effect music.
Just Mass Effect music?
That the main theme.
Bro, there's so many gifs of my girl.
Of your character?
Yeah. Like, here's a flying kick. There's one of her just uppercutting somebody.
Well, good thing you don't have a high strength.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna hurt anyone, but like, it looks scary.
Gonna do it.
So one question that I forgot to ask for just frame of reference: how tall is everybody?
That character is like 6 foot.
My character's like 4'11".
Large.
Yeah, what is large? Is that like 7+ or something?
Yeah, he's got to be this like bigger than a Vesk even.
Yeah, he's
I think
like
7
7
and
and
8
a
feet or
half
something.
feet.
Yeah.
We can call it that.
So like what? I come up to your knee? I'm gonna start riding you like Rocket rides Groot. I'm gonna put like some sort of harness on the back of your arm and just shoot over there.
Jump on it!
What I'll have to do is I will throw Sparky with you on top, and then he'll just dart, just really get you places.
Alright. I'm gonna put on some Northumbria. I hope that's okay.
Sure.
Wait till you see Sparky's movement speed.
Did you say it was like 200?
It's disgusting. I don't
Whack,
remember.
whack, 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 whack.
6 times his land speed, which is 40. So 240 feet.
Vin Diesel.
Oh, whoops. What did I do wrong?
How long is a round? 6 seconds, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I forgot my exocortex. When I do combat tracking, I get a +1 to my basic attack bonus. That was the other part to that.
Okay. Where we leave off? You were about to get approached by some people, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you go over to like the big set of stairs that goes down the temple, and you see them walking up the temple. They're really far away though. Do you have what's that?
I look at Peterson. Are you expecting guests?
He kind of gives you one of these.
Are they in shouting distance?
No, I think they're probably a little bit too far away. It took you guys hours to climb this big giant temple.
I've got two things in mind, but one of them's not really good. I'm gonna wait until they get a little bit closer. Let's see. I'm waiting until they get to shouting distance
Okay.
because I want to keep the high ground.
Oh, I see. Sometime you guys like sit and wait for them. I will say about like 45 minutes go by, and then you feel like they're close enough.
I just kind of stand up and yell at them to state their business.
They kind of yell back for you to do the same thing. What are you doing here?
Sightseeing.
Roll bluff.
We are 100% sightseeing.
I don't know about that.
Bluff it.
Oh, this will be easy.
Said any louder? I think the people in the back didn't hear that.
He says, "Just wait a second. We'll be right there."
I'm gonna roll intimidate.
Okay.
Just kind of just yell at them. I like sightseeing by myself.
As you're with somebody. Oh shit, dude! This man's got you.
He says, "We don't want any trouble."
Oh god, I want to do something really cool, but damn it, I don't know if it's the right thing to do.
What do you want to do?
Well, you see, we're on a slope, and I have a shield, and I can slide down this slope and just golf hit someone off the fucking.
But why? You don't even know if they're bad guys.
That's why I'm not doing it right away. But damn, would it be awesome?
All right, so we'll say you stand up, you pull your shield off, you're looking at it, you're like standing on it, thinking about it, and Peterman turns to you and he says, "Look, I'll pay you more money if you just don't fight these guys."
Name a price, dude. Name a price.
And if they look within reason, obviously, if they attack you first, go bananas, you know. But like, I don't want to do anything that illegal. This is just supposed to be like so I can look at a star, you know.
2K in my hand.
If I will stand down for now, but if they fight us, you're paying me double of what we have left.
If they fight us and you kill all of them and we can get out of here scotch free, I'll pay you triple. But right now, I'll pay you 1,000 if you just stand down.
Fair.
Agreed?
Agreed.
He reaches his hand out. Which hand do you want to shake his hand with?
The bottom right hand.
Okay. It's like, oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know which one you wanted to shake. All right.
I expect it's closer to his body type.
Yeah, it's probably down at his level. You're really a big guy.
Okay.
A few minutes go by and they approach you. They do pull their weapons out. They don't point them at you, but they're holding them. And one of the guards... What's that?
I was just gonna say, okay. I just kind of use like resting my hands on my hammer as it lays on the ground while I have my shield just
like
ready.
this?
Yeah.
Okay. And the guy comes up and he says, "Nobody's supposed to be here."
I didn't see a sign.
Facts.
I can't read.
That's the second point.
What are you guys doing here?
Looking at the stars. Pretty constellation about this time of year.
The guy, like, gives you a weird look and he looks up. Go ahead and bluff that if you want.
Is that the truth?
What is it with my bluffs? Hey, it's not that bad.
He's like, "Okay. I don't know what to do with you guys." That's what he says to
Leave
you.
me alone.
Well, I can't do that. You
Well,
guys
then
are
know
up
what you
here.
can't do with us.
I know for a fact this guy right here, and he points over to the nerd guy, the nerdy guy. He says, "I know for a fact that I've personally told this guy right here he can't come up here."
He's got a twin brother.
All right, bluff that.
Jesus Christ.
He says, "All right, we both know that that's bullshit. I think you just need to come with us. We don't want any trouble. We're just going to take you back and talk to our boss."
Who's your boss?
And the nerd guy standing next to you actually is the one that answers this one for you. It's like, "Jenkins. You don't know Jenkins?"
I'm
Jenkins.
new here.
Look at him be like, "You really knew you weren't supposed to be here."
Like, ever since Jenkins got here, everything's been so much better than it was.
Oh, fuck.
Alright. Well, money leads.
Right, money. I will pay you money. I said that, didn't I?
Alright, I'll follow you.
Okay, hold on, sorry.
Well,
My
yeah,
camera's going off, trying to figure out what it was. Alright.
you're good.
What were you going to say? Sorry, I cut you off.
I was just gonna be like, okay, we'll follow you down.
Can we follow you down? I mean, come on, man.
All right.
You're really huge. Can you just follow you down? We're not going to do anything. We swear.
Yeah.
Like, what can I do?
I mean, you asked for me to follow you, so I said I was gonna follow you.
All right, can we just flank you? Like, have a couple guys lead you down, a couple guys behind you. We'll just escort you down.
I prefer the term escort, but sure.
Okay.
I just kind of look at Peterson real quick and just kind of give him. I'm trying to check to see if like he wants to go with them.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't. Roll sense motive.
This will be a good roll.
Oh!
Oh, wow, it was.
Woo!
Yeah, 19.
All right. With that sense motive, Peterman seems unshaken. He almost like he figured this was gonna happen.
Okay.
These guys are absolutely 100% intimidated by you just based on your sheer size. That and your race isn't very common. Like, Vesks are pretty common. But your race kind of has like a Krogan-esque storyline to it. So you don't see them very. You don't see Shabads very often.
I got you.
So they're just like, holy shit, this guy is enormous and he's got 4 arms and he's got a huge hammer. So they start. So the guy like turns and he goes, okay, you up front. I'm gonna go behind. This guy over here. Look, no trouble. We're not gonna take your weapons away. We're not gonna take any of your stuff away. We're just gonna go take you to see the boss.
Okay. Okay, I wear my shield on my back
Okay.
and just kind of carry my hammer down like normal.
Okay. So you guys start walking down. You get down about 50 feet, and the guy stops and he goes, "Wait. What's your name, sir?"
Verzik.
Peterman, shut the fuck up. I know what your name is. You.
Verzik.
Verzik. Full disclosure, Verzik. Jenkins isn't going to be able to see you tonight. I forgot. It's nighttime. He sleeps. Is it okay if we put you up in a place to sleep and you see him in the morning?
Do you have something that'll fit my size?
We'll find something, man. We'll fucking throw a couple cots together. We'll get you set up. Do you like soft surface? Do you sleep on a soft surface? I don't know what you like.
Fair enough.
I like a nice, young, supple, human man to sleep next to me at night.
Rubbing oil.
Peterman's
on my
right
body.
here.
Soft
He seems
skin,
like
two-armed,
Peterman
two-handed.
seems like a very generous lover.
Oh, we didn't say anything about love. It's just massaging my arms with oil. I would get this purple glow from nothing.
Are we good with
Fine.
that? I work the night shift. I forget sometimes that sometimes he stays up at night. Sometimes he sleeps at night. He writes poetry and stuff. Like he's very, he's just a weird guy, and like we all love him, but he doesn't keep a very stable schedule.
All right, I'll meet him in the morning.
Mr. Verzik, I appreciate that very much. And they start walking down the steps again.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to do? What is that?
Really wanted to go Shields skateboarding, but it's not an option.
Did you say that out loud?
No.
Oh, okay. Because maybe they'll let you.
Yeah, okay. I'll just tell him I'll meet him at the bottom.
What are you gonna
And
do?
Just meet you at the bottom, and then just rip my shield off and just go.
Roll athletics. We'll do athletics.
Oh, cool.
Jeez, okay.
This man surfs.
Of all the times to pull a nat 20 out.
I only do it to look cool, not to work.
Dude, you're doing like fucking indie nose bones and kickflip McTwists all the way down this fucking ziggurat, dude. Alright? You make it down to the bottom. Yeah, you just go and you slide down. And then there's like a shot after you leave where Peterman's like, what the fuck was that about? And the guys are like, I have no idea. I don't want to say anything mean. And then we'll wipe to you, like, meeting them at the bottom. You're, like, sitting on your snow rover, like, half asleep, leaning in the seat, like, waiting for it. It takes them so long to get down. Is there anything you want to do before you guys hop in your snowmobiles and head out?
Tell Peterman to hop on the back of one of theirs. He'll ride with me.
Yeah.
Oh, they say that. They get down there and they're like, where's your other snowmobile? And Peterman's like, or, sorry, I keep doing Peterman's voice. They're like, where's your other snowmobile? And Peterman's like, hey, man, I don't drive snowmobiles, okay? I'm just a guy.
Trey just cradles him with two arms and drives with the other two.
Yeah.
She reminds me of my lost boy. Just rocking him back.
Rock him to sleep.
Hey, Peterson. Is it Peterman?
Peterman, but you can keep calling him Peterson. I think it's funny. I haven't corrected you yet because I think it's funny.
Hey, Pinocchio. There's more room on their snowmobile, so I'm gonna let you ride with them.
Roll sense motive.
Or roll intimidate.
Boon dice it.
What is a boon dice gonna do in this situation?
You can get advantage if you fuck
get
up.
advantage, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna use it. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens first.
That's high enough.
I'll go with that.
He seems like hurt.
Oh.
Like, oh, okay, Verzik, if that's what you want. I thought we were becoming friends. Okay.
Remember the telescope times?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you there.
I'm riding with you guys. Just
I know.
Apologize and cradle him.
shut up.
Pull him close.
Why don't you go talk
Just-
to your daddy?
I know.
I enjoyed your warm
I
body and your
never knew
smile.
my father.
All right, he takes his carrying case. He's like,
I'll tell him I'll hold on to his telescope so he doesn't get weighed down by it.
oh, sorry, my wife texted me. He's like, yeah, can I put my stuff on here though?
Yeah.
Okay. He like mopes over there and like starts tying it down.
Do you want me to help you tie it down?
No, it's okay. Don't trouble yourself. I got it. Okay. All right, it's not a big deal. I'll just go ride with one of the other guys. It's fine.
Especially not after the last time we saw this man tie a knot.
Yeah, you almost broke my fucking telescope. All right.
Peter said, "Do you want to ride on? Do you want to ride with me?"
No, you don't want me to ride with you. I'm not gonna force myself on you. I'll just go ride with one of these guys. I've never met before. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I think you have met them before. They've talked to you.
I've met that one
Hurt his
guy
feelings,
before.
baby.
It's okay. He turns and he goes and gets on another snowmobile.
Trouble in paradise.
I know, right? Okay. Anything else you want to do before you guys head out? Okay.
Good.
Boom! You guys like throttle up and head to the dome.
While we're
Throttle
riding,
up.
I put my hand down, scoop up a thing of snow, and just chuck it at someone.
Roll
Enter-
dexterity. Who are you aiming for?
Whoever the lead guy was,
Okay.
but then I just kind of look away like it wasn't me.
All right. Roll bluff. So you hit him like you're able to hit him like on the shoulder, and he like turns around, but then he just turns back around. He doesn't do anything or say anything. Okay. You guys get to the dome. I think we'll cut away. No, we'll stay with you. We'll stay with you. We'll stay with you.
We can wait until she gets here. I don't give a shit.
Well, I think I'm at the point where you guys are all getting to the dome, right?
Okay.
She hasn't gotten to the
Yeah,
dome.
because she was catching a ride with them.
Yeah, so she's just gonna ride with them. All right, so we'll show a shot of you guys like driving down a small bluff and like getting close to the dome, and then we'll cut to Elira. All right,
Hello.
you are in the fucking. You're in one of these rovers with Deacon.
Nice.
Is there anything you want to do while you guys are en route?
Can I endear myself to him?
Like talk to him?
I want him to like me.
Sure.
I never had a father. What would I roll for
what
that?
is- I'm like, stop it, dude. All right, making me uncomfortable. Okay. What would you roll for that? Is there diplomacy? But you guys, we can do it through conversation if you want.
I was hoping to cheat my way through it. Well, Father Deacon, I never knew my parents, and I grew up in the slums, and people stole my food all the time, and that's why I want cookies. But you didn't want to give me cookies. In fact, you ignored me. That wasn't very fatherly-like of you. I'm kind of sad about that. A little disappointed. Anyways, I already love you. I have attachment issues. Please don't abandon me. Please don't give me false hope. I kind of want to live. I don't want to die. And I'm
Okay.
just, like, trauma dumping on this poor dude.
He kind of like looks down at you and he says, "Are you talking to me?"
I just weep. Be like, just like my real father.
All right. What the fuck happened?
He slowly took his ring off, set it down, and left his card. That was so stupid.
He sees you like break down and cry, and he like unbuckles himself because you guys are like strapped into these rovers, right? And he kind of like kneels down next to you, and he says,
Draven, what did he say?
I know what he said.
He's not. He's just kneeling there.
"No,
So I
I'm
just
trying
sob
to.
harder.
I'm trying to think about. He's not just sitting there staring at you. He's gonna say something. I'm trying to think about it. He says. He reaches up, and he like wipes away the tears on your face. Okay. And he says,
Okay.
Now, this isn't any kind of life.
No, it's not. Can I have cookies, please?
He reaches into his robe and he pulls out like a ration.
I don't know if I. Okay. If he randomly had cookies, I would be like, oh my god.
It's like I don't know, hardtack. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing delicious. It's like I don't have cookies.
It's something. It's a resource, so I like squirrel it away.
This is all I can offer right now. I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna ask him, is he the one that has the information about my life? Or is he taking me to somebody who can tell me about extending my life?
He says, I think it's both.
And how did you know who I was?
Mommy loves you.
Oh my god.
Man, fuck these niggas.
What's going on over there?
Just
I may or may
came
not
through
have been playing
music
a video
bot.
game.
Oh, I thought that was music bot. I was like,
It's like I don't think that I've listened to this album 100 times. I don't think I've ever heard that on there. You ask him how he knew you were going to be here.
Mm-hmm. Or how
he
does he
says-
know me?
He says, I believe there are several people on this planet right now with a shared destiny. And you are a part of it.
Oh, I forgot about his prophetic dream, huh? Did you only dream about me coming here?
One of my dreams is that.
Okay.
This is-
How much longer till we get there? Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet? When are we gonna get there? Are we there yet?
He says, I'll explain everything in more detail, but I don't want to overload you right now.
My brain is huge, but okay. My brain is bigger than yours. But we can. And I have cookies.
He says,
so
fine.
I'm content.
Can you feel it?
I feel a lot of things.
Don't you just feel like the
Do I feel it?
The end of days is here? Do you not feel it?
Am I rolling mysticism for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Life science? What am I rolling for
You
that?
can roll mysticism. You could feel like the energy.
Rolling for end of days check.
Is the end of days here?
It does feel like something's off.
Damn, that sucks.
You know,
That's
like, you can't, I wouldn't say you'd be able to be like, hey, it's the end of days, I rolled a 20 on a mysticism check. Up here, we're here, everything's gonna die. But, you sit and you think about it. And you're like, something is fucking off here, you know?
Man. I'm wondering if I care enough, since I am dying. But if I have hope, then I guess it does suck that I just conveniently find hope and then immediately was told that we're about to die.
But, so he says that, and then Do you say anything when you get that realization?
Basically that, like, I don't know how to process this because I have hope, and then suddenly my hope was gone again.
He says, no. He grabs you by the hand. Like, not like fatherly.
I tear up a little bit.
Like, he cups your hand in his and he says,
affectionate touch.
I don't ever want you to lose hope. We can stop this.
I feverly just nod. Yes, sir. Yes.
With your help, we can do this. Do you understand?
Yes, I'll do my best. Will you give me head pats later?
Sure.
Yes. Can I call you Daddy?
No, you can't. You can call me Deacon.
It's a big word. I don't think I can say that. I am only a
Or you can say Deke. I don't care.
Dick.
Um,
She's trying to manipulate right now. Stop making things weird. Okay.
He says... That's all he says. And he says, are you well?
No, I'm dying, but I'm good today.
Other than that, obviously.
Yeah, I'm good today. And I just
Okay.
got fed, so I'm good for the next 3 days.
Alright. He kind of like pats you and then he goes and sits back in his chair.
I do like a little fuck yeah, you know, a little fist pump to myself.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I'm just happy to be here.
Okay. About 20 minutes go by and you feel the snowmobile like stop.
You guys, as in all of us now?
What's that?
You guys, as in all of us now?
No, just you. I'm sorry. You feel the
okay.
snowmobile like stop.
Okay.
And everybody starts getting up and like laughing and talking and stuff. Deacon comes over to you and he says, "Follow me."
Can I stealthily grab this guy's like the edge of his shirt or whatever and just hold it while I follow him?
If you want to, go ahead. Roll stealth. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he would care. He doesn't care.
Okay.
If he noticed, he didn't like give you any indication.
Okay. I'm just holding on to him and
Sure.
eating my food.
So they stop. So like they have like a bay door where they can drive these into the dome and like park them, and then they close the door. They like cycle like an airlock door or something, so the environment doesn't leave the dome.
I appreciate my head not exploding.
Yeah. And you're in a dome. So one thing that you noticed when you guys, you probably couldn't see outside. Actually, I take that back. You didn't see anything.
No, I'm just sad.
But so like the dome isn't transparent, so you can't see outside the dome from inside the dome, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So he kind of leads you down a couple of like residential streets, and then there's like a huge wastewater tank. There's like a couple of wastewater tanks that he leads you by, and he's kind of making his way to like a tall office building looking thing. It's the tallest building in this dome. And it's probably 5 stories high. It's not like the super tall or anything.
Is it nighttime?
It is nighttime.
Okay.
And he leads you into that office building, and they've set it up as a makeshift base. So the lower level is kind of like the barracks. So a bunch of these guys are in here, like sleeping. He leads you up to like the 3rd floor. So you go up a couple of stairwells up to the 3rd floor, and he says, "This is mine." And he like opens a door into what used to be like an office, but he's made it into like his like room.
Nice. Does he have a chair?
Yeah.
Can I go and sleep on it?
He says he's got like a couch in here that you can sleep on.
Is the couch tall? Or is it on the ground?
I mean, it's like a couch. I don't know. How tall? How, like a foot off the ground, probably?
Is it possible for me to crawl under it?
Crawl under it?
Yeah.
Probably not. But there's like a table or something you can crawl under if you'd rather do that.
No, that's too exposed. Okay, I'll pick the couch.
Okay. So he kind of like gives you like a pillow and a blanket, and he says you can sleep here, and he motions to the couch. And then he goes and he like lays down in the bed like over in the corner. Is there anything you want to do?
Is there anything? You said that it used to be an office, but he's turned it into a bedroom, so there's no office supplies there yet? Or anymore?
There's still a desk in here that it looks like he sits and writes at. But no.
No, I'm gonna keep my affection with him. I'm just gonna go to.
Okay. So
I'm not gonna.
the scene ends with you like going to sleep. All right. Gus and Nick.
Yes.
You guys walk into. They lead you into almost like the same bay doors, but they're probably on the other side of the dome, I think, that I just described for Elira. So there's like. You could drive in, they cycle an airlock, and then you guys could drive into the dome. Once you're in there, the guards are like, okay, you're here. They give you directions to where like the tavern is and where the common housing is. And they tell you to go to the office building to talk to Jenkins in the morning. You guys all good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys can walk around and do stuff in the town if you want. Just let me know what you guys would want to do. There's like a wastewater treatment plant, there's a clean water plant, a power plant, wind turbines, operations, offices, supply depot, tavern, residences. There's a ton of shit here.
But
Okay.
it's still the same day as like we woke up and went to go scrap that ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a long motherfucking day.
Yeah.
Right? Like
It's that night.
then, okay. I don't really think. I mean, maybe the tavern, just kind of get a lay of the area, but
And get a place to stay, get set up.
Yeah.
Our rover, is it like in a bay with a bunch of other rovers? Is this thing like people just come in, hop in, take whatever rover they want? Or is this just a
It looks
pool
like-
of rovers?
It looks like that's the case with like the small ones, but with your rover, it's too big to park in those maintenance sheds or whatever, so it's just parked next to it.
Okay.
But
Okay,
you
so
can
like-
lock it or whatever if you want.
the inside of the dome is too small to drive around in it.
Right. You have to walk
Okay.
around the dome on foot.
Like a pleb.
Like a pleb.
Well, you can ride Sparky.
That's true.
You could ride Sparky.
I never have to walk anywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So, make sure you grab everything out of the rover, including Sparky. Let's lock this thing up.
Did we fix the door lock? Oh yeah, you recoded it. That's
Yeah.
right. Sweet.
He's
I'll
giving
gather
you,
up all my
he's giving
stuff.
you orders. Holy shit.
Captain Gus back in biz.
Okay.
He has a vessel.
All right. And then you guys are heading right to the tavern?
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh.
get a lay of the land. We gotta
Okay.
get a place to hunker down.
Oh, Captain Gus, I think you forgot something in the rover. Hold on,
I'm gonna
hold
go
on,
over.
let me just get it out real quick for you. Just. And then
I'm
just walk
surprised.
past him.
I'm surprised you didn't pull that out of your mouth. Fucking rat. Yeah, and then let's
Hit the
start
key
walk
fob.
over to the
Boop,
beep, boop,
Okay.
the tavern or whatever residence or whatever.
All right. So you guys walk to the tavern, and so the tavern is basically just like a dive bar with rooms upstairs. And by rooms, I mean a giant room with a bunch of bunk beds in it.
Oh, classy.
So that's where they pointed you to go to sleep for the night. So there's
Okay.
it's not like a hotel or anything like that.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people, not a lot of people. There's quite a few people up there sleeping already when you guys get here.
Is it Freyskis?
Yeah, free skis.
Oh, well, that's better. I was about to say I have to pay to sleep in a room of bunk beds.
No, it's free. This was this was all corporate before, so like they're not going to charge their employees to sleep in like a bunk bed.
You're not even big enough to need a bed.
That's true. And you guys don't have to
at
wear
least I
environment
fit in
suits
the
here.
bed's gigantor.
It's okay. I'm taking yours when I get there.
You could try. Get fucking ankle shanked.
I'm probably gonna
Bed bugs here? What the fuck?
throw my environmental suit on one of the cots, and then put on my helmet and
Okay.
the rest of my normal things. We're not trying to. Are you just trying to go straight to sleep, or I think we go wander around, maybe even try and get on the network somewhere.
Yeah, we can try that, and then maybe just grab a bite to eat downstairs, listen in, see if we hear what the talk of the town is.
Yeah.
Okay.
See if maybe anybody's willing to spill the beans on who this Jenkins fellow is, because he seems to be the guy. Maybe, I don't know, mayor or president or whatever they have here.
Okay. So you guys are heading downstairs.
Yeah.
So you guys walk downstairs, and there are 4 guards escorting in a super nerdy looking guy and the biggest 4-armed guy you've ever seen in your life. And so you roll perception.
Roll.
There it goes. You guys both rolled the same thing. All right. You guys go down. You guys get down there and you hear the conversation. And the guard is clearly shitting his pants when he's talking to this guy, right? And he's like, "So this is the taverns. This is the tavern. The sleeping's upstairs. Moira." He's like snapping his fingers at somebody that's working over by the bar. He's like, "Can you help this guy get somewhere to sleep tonight?" And she looks at him and goes, "Are you okay sleeping on the floor? Because we could put a bunch of mattresses down."
Yeah, that could work.
Okay.
I don't feel like breaking your beds.
She runs upstairs and starts taking care of business.
Imagine if you had like a Princess in the Pea complex. Just like, no, I need Feather Down right now.
So how heavy is this guy? Like, I know he's super tall, but are we talking like beanpole with 4 arms, or are we talking like 400-pound shit brick house?
Shit brick house.
The latter.
I want to stop that girl when she's running upstairs.
Okay. She's like,
I'm going to stop her, and I'm going to be like, there's a really nice space for that mattress, and I'm going to point it onto the opposite side of the room that me and Nick are.
okay. She could tell you're joking, and she smiles at you and runs upstairs. She thinks you're joking.
It's going right next to your bed.
So the guard turns to you.
Hey Gus, I snore.
The guard turns to you, Verzik, and he says, "These aren't the nicest quarters, but I think you'll sleep well here. Peterman could probably just go home. We'll come find him later. He doesn't need to bother you anymore.
Okay.
Peterman?
Peterson.
Peterson. You guys say it at the same time, but he said it right and you said it wrong. And he goes, yeah. He goes, okay, we're not friends anymore, so fucking cares, right?
I was going to let you know, if you need something, you know where to find me.
He comes over. He comes over and he taps his credit stick. He lifts up his credit stick and he shakes it at you.
Oh, you transfer credits by tapping them, Trey.
Oh, okay. I guess I just tap it.
You just gotta touch tips.
You guys touch tips, and
just
then
a tip?
he puts it back in his pocket and he walks out.
Peterson, if you need me, you know where to find me.
He waves at you when you say that and leaves. He waves and doesn't look around. He doesn't turn around. He just leaves.
Oh.
Verzik, you can roll perception.
Okay. Perception. I'm blind. Oh.
All right. You look around the room. You stop and you scan the room. There's not a lot of people in here. There's a couple people at the bar, and then there's two figures that just walked down the stairs that are staring at you. One is a human man with a fucking Judge Dredd helmet on, and the other is a little rat man.
I just kind of look around, and then I point at myself with one arm, and I just kind of wave with the other.
It's B5 fall. What beanstalk did you fall from?
Good quote.
I think he thinks you're cute. I say that out of like the corner of my mouth down to Nick.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm gonna push Nick forward.
I walk up to Gus and ask him, "Where'd you get your teddy bear?" And I point at Nick.
They were handing them out at the soup kitchen. Buy one, get one. I think I got the last one. You can have them if you want. I nudge Nick farther forward.
I'm tiny. He's a giant. You're an asshole. Okay, now that we're all caught up. So, couldn't help but notice your escort in. Are you new to these parts as well?
Yeah, just flew in last week.
Boy, are my arms tired. Oh!
No, they're not tired. There's four of them. It really carries the weight. What up, Zach?
Hey!
I dropped my comb.
So you've been here about a week?
Yeah, I asked them if they know anything about Jenkins.
No, we just got in today.
We just got a similar escort.
Yeah. We were trying to make our way here just to see what was going on, maybe find transport off this place. We get met along the way and they're like, nah, go to the dome, you gotta see Jenkins.
Evidently he sleeps at night.
They told me the same thing. They forgot.
Right? Like, I guess, like, if he's got to do that. But, so they told us in the morning we got to go see him. I don't know who this guy is. Mayor, sheriff, I don't know.
Y'all mind if I tag along for the ride? I kind of got to meet this guy, too.
Well, we'll be getting up at the same place. Yeah, I guess we can walk there tomorrow. Speaking of which, you said you've been here a week. Do you know of any computers in the area that no one really uses? I'm just trying to, get a map of the land.
Okay. Let me roll to see if I know where any computers were. Wow, that was a really good roll for having nothing in computers. I was going to say, what's a computer?
I'm a computer. There's... The first place that comes to mind for you is probably the operations building. But It's not
Yeah.
like the computers aren't being used at all. Like people still use them, but you just have to be sneaky about it.
I need to check my Insta book.
What about your Facegram?
Ah, I stopped using that a couple years back. You know, you gotta follow where the ladies are. You know what I mean, big guy. And I like tap him on the shin.
On the shit. I think we should probably get some more of the down low on this Jenkins guy. And I'm gonna look around the bar to see who's like in here.
Oh yeah, is this place popping?
Anybody of note?
There's a few people in here, and as you guys keep mentioning Jenkins' name, a lot of them are turning around and looking at you, and there's a few that don't.
I want to spot out one that's looking at us.
Okay. You see one.
I'm gonna walk between our two friends here and make my way towards them.
Okay. You walk up, and he kind of like raises his glass at you, and he takes a drink.
Mind if I buy you another?
Not at all.
Sorry.
No, all good.
And then I'll try and like raise a hand for the barkeep.
She ran upstairs. He says, "You know what? I'll get it for you." And he hops off his stool and he runs around the side of the bar.
Okay.
This guy's played by Steve Buscemi.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'll take one for myself, one for you, and I'll look back over at our companions here, and I guess 5 for the rest of us.
You're a funny guy.
I figured this man over here is quad fisting. So.
All right.
For a good time, not a long time.
He says, "Do you have a corporate chip?"
Corporate chip, and I'm gonna say that questioningly.
Well, we are only rationed a certain amount of alcohol. It's a backwater planet. Are you guys not with the company?
No, we just got here. We were told to come here for anything we needed.
Right. But you're not with the company.
What company?
Why don't we go get drinks at my place?
Is it far from here?
No.
Then why don't we?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
I got paid $3,500 after dealing with Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
He paid you 6,000.
Just then?
No, total.
No, 6
so-
total.
Yeah.
So he paid you half. He paid you 2,500, and then he
Yeah.
paid you 4,500 or whatever. I don't
35.
know.
Yeah.
3,500. I don't know math.
Yeah,
We're
maths.
good. Cool.
I didn't go to college. All right. All right.
Next round's on me.
All right. Like he slams the rest of what he had left in his cup. It was like weird Star Wars blue juice.
Hell yeah.
And then he says, "All right."
Squeezed from some alien teat.
Yeah. He says, "All right, come on, let's go." Do you guys follow?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay. He takes you guys out and like back around, like down an alleyway, and take a left, take a right, take a left, walk across the street, and he's like, "All right, this is my place." And he like slides the door open and he walks inside. Place is a fucking shithole.
Nice.
You know, you go over to a buddy's house and there's just like, how does somebody live like this? Like how I think about when people come to my house.
You got a nice place. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I've got so many animals.
Hey, don't talk about Mac like that.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, I can move. And he guys like move a bunch of trash off the couch so you guys have a place to sit. Like it's like,
I'm gonna cast my token spell and start cleaning shit.
What?
I have
You
a token
clean
spell that's
spell?
kind of like that's kind of like the one in D&D where you can clean shit.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, it's like the same thing.
oh, that's a really good idea. I should learn how to do that. All right. And then he like goes into like a closet that's like hidden away, and he moves a false wall out of the way, and he reaches into the wall and he pulls out 3 bottles of beer. 4. He pulls out 4 bottles of beer.
Okay.
He brings them over and he says, "Craft beers from Earth. Have you ever had one of these?"
Do I know what kind it is?
I don't know beer very well, so you're gonna have to just
Okay.
look it up.
Right.
Love
That's
Sam's
fair enough.
Lab
It's the
bottle
king of
of
beers,
water.
baby. It's a Budweiser. King of beers.
Oh,
Craft.
water.
I will say that Nick nor Verzik have ever had a human beer before.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like shaking as I reach out for it. I'm like, it's been so long.
All right, so he hands out the beers and he like offers the bottle of the neck of his beer bottle to like tap cheers with you guys.
Sure.
I'm gonna understand and I'm gonna tap immediately. I'm gonna tits and ass him.
Okay.
Top and bottom, baby.
Is this how we transfer beer?
No, I mean,
It's-
it's like a good luck, you know. It's like a cheers, you know, like, hey, thanks for the beer.
And I'm just gonna like extend mine as high up as I can.
Okay,
I'll tink Nick.
everybody tinks.
I put Nick on my bottom hand and just lift him up to where everyone else is.
Okay. And he says, "Okay, that's enough small talk. All right, listen. You guys don't work for the company? For real.
What
Tell me-
company?
What company?
Okay. There's 2 companies that you could possibly work for that would explain why you're here. One of those is Pulse. Do you work for Pulse?
No,
No.
never have I ever.
Okay.
Yeah,
do
you have a pole.
That's not what I mean. Do you work for the mercenary group called Pulse?
No.
Okay. Jenkins used to work for Pulse. Him and his cronies. Okay? They came down here. They were on a mission or something. We don't even know what happened. But they decided to stay. They like it here better than the mercenary life. So guess what? They now own this planet. We have no hope of anybody coming to help us. Do you understand?
Well, who's us?
The people that don't fucking want them here, man.
Well, I mean, you guys were here for some reason. Isn't somebody gonna
That's the other
notice
company you could possibly work for. Okay? Do you guys work for Biodyne Industries?
I'm gonna definitely leave a facial expression when I hear Biodyne. No.
Never heard of her.
What does Biodyne do?
Well, they're the one that funded this archaeological research on this whole planet. They do a bunch of other stuff too. Look,
I thought
What?
we weren't allowed to do archaeological research experiments.
we're not since Pulse came down and took over. Do you understand? They're not even Pulse anymore. They call themselves like the Dead Souls or some emo bullshit.
The Dead Souls. What is Jenkins' prerogative? What is him and his organization trying to do here?
They fucking walk around, okay, and they talk about how the end of days is here, and we have to do everything we can to stop it, and this planet's corrupted, and that we're all gonna die, okay? But then they won't let anybody leave.
Gus is gonna take a big drink when he hears the word corrupted. He doesn't like that word.
But isn't Biodyne gonna realize that somebody came in, crashed their research outpost, and send help for you guys?
I think Biodyne already got what they wanted from this planet, man.
And they just left you here?
I think they just left us here. They were just like, hey, we'll keep funding the research or whatever. If you find anything cool, let us know.
What about the other domes?
I think it's
Does he
just
run all the domes?
all of them. This is his headquarters right here in the office building. And he's got this. He's like really animated when he's talking to you guys. He's got this like weird priest that follows him around and like speaks about all this stuff too to the people.
What is this end of day that they're trying to that they're speaking about?
Look, I think I know why Jenkins wants you here, okay? I think he wants you to fix the network. And when you fix the network, just look into it yourself. You'll see the same things that they're seeing. I don't know. I just hear words from people around the camp.
What do you do here? What's your purpose?
I am the night shift wastewater treatment supervisor.
Oh.
My name's... How do you say his name, Taco Steve?
Oh,
Is it Tanner?
yes.
He says, I'm Tanner.
All right, Tanner. I'm Gus Freslow.
He says, nice to meet you. And he shakes your hand.
It's nice to meet you.
I like you guys. He says, Tanner. And he, like, reaches down.
Nick.
He says, which arm?
Bottom right.
He says, all right. He reaches out to shake your hand.
Out.
That's my handshaker. Who... You say there's two sides, and we obviously know Jenkins is the leader of these ex-Pulse and whatever members from your crowd sifted over into his,
Brainwash or something.
ranks. But what about you and your people? Who do you trust that's on your side of the house?
I don't know if there's anybody I can trust. There's one person that I'm unsure about.
Who's that?
Her name's Natasha Lash.
Mm,
She used to be the human resources director.
she sounds hot.
Oh, she is hot. I can put you into contact with her if you want. Like,
Well, what is her purpose? What does she do here?
she kind of...
Human resources.
She used to be human resources, but nowadays she kind of is the middleman between Pulse and Biodyne.
Sounds like someone that'd be good to know.
She's the only one that and sometimes she's so hot and cold with me. I just don't know if she's on my side or she's against me sometimes. I don't know. But I feel like she's somebody I can trust. But then I'll like talk to her on Tuesday and she'll be really cold. So I don't know. I don't get it.
She's hot and she's cold. Is she yes and is she no?
Yes.
In or out?
Up and down.
Yeah, you should probably put us in contact with her. We're supposed to be speaking with Jenkins tomorrow, and we'll get a feel for him. You said the network's down here. That's something we've already experienced on our way in. What does that mean? Is the network down amongst all the stations? Is it for reaching out into orbit?
So right now, well, both. We can't communicate with any other dome through the internal.
But you can communicate locally with this dome.
Correct. But we can't get any information from other domes.
Well, I'm pretty handy with a computer if you know one that we can get our
gotta
hands
be handy
on
with
here.
the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Okay, Warren G.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So why do you care if these guys took over? I mean, like, what's the difference between them being in charge and Biodyne being in charge?
Are you asking him that?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, when Biodyne was in charge, you come to work, you do your job, you go home. That was it. Now these ex-Pulse guys, I don't even know who they are anymore. They come down, and things are different. We can't go to work. I can't leave this dome. They won't let anybody leave any dome. I can't go home. I don't live here. I live in the Eris Dome. And I can't leave here at night. I can't see my family.
You live here now.
I live here now, that's true. I don't like it.
Okay. Other than restricting movement, are they treating anybody poorly? Are they?
They run a tight ship. They're very lenient with things sometimes, but if you don't give them enough protection money, or if you take too much food, they'll cut your hands off. You know what I mean? Like, they're very ruthless.
I do like my hands.
I do
like
like
my
my
hands, too.
food.
I do like food.
Did you know
And I-
earlier today they hung 2 people at Aristome? Did you know that? Hung them
we all-
in a gallows out in the middle of this freaking marketplace.
What they do?
For what?
How do you know this? If you don't have a network between here and there. Mm.
Because I run supplies. I steal supplies from these Dead Souls guys. I hide it in the water barrels. And I send the shipments off. And sometimes it's guns. They got caught with guns that I sent up there.
In a sense motive.
Yeah. Am I doing this okay, Blackburn?
Yeah.
This is what you wanted?
Yep.
Okay. This is his NPC that he created. Uh, 14. Seems like he's telling the truth. And I'm telling you guys this because you're here and you're new and you don't belong to either side.
So what's the end game then? Like, what do you want from us? Just what? Help get the network back up?
They're going to ask you to do that. So I'm not going to ask you to do that. What I want you to do, I don't even know what I want you to do. I want you to just help us. I don't have a task for you.
So
Help you what?
take out Jenkins?
Get them out of here.
Just get them gone.
If you want
They don't
our
need
help,
to die. They can just leave. I don't care.
if you want our help, we need a way off this rock. We don't belong here.
Yeah,
That
you
is
can
our
just-
end game.
Yeah, I've got like a garage out back. There's a full-blown capital battleship in there. You want to take it? How am I supposed to get you off this rock?
For a second, I thought you were serious. I was like, man, that is
It's like,
convenient.
yeah, actually, I'll
That
take
would work.
Nebulous down with a capital ship. Yeah, this sounds great.
That'll work great. We'll blow up Jenkins on the way out of orbit. Everybody wins.
Mr. Freslow, I don't mean to sound like a prick, but look around you right now, okay? I live in a frozen hellscape.
But you know people.
Who do I know? I live here. I came here on purpose.
So
I
how do
chose to come here.
What did Biodown do with all their ships?
Well, I mean, I could try and summon a ship, but what's the night shift water treatment plant operator, supervisor guy going to get a ship to come down here?
I'm not saying you have to get a ship down here, but if there's one on this planet that you and your people have access to, that's our cost. What
There's
is the
no
point
doubt.
of us? What is the point of us helping you so we have more food rations in
Listen.
a place we're not from?
I mean, it sounds
I
like a
could-
good deal.
Look, I can break the wastewater treatment plant and see if they'll send a freighter ship with a new part or something like that. That's about the best I can do in this scenario.
Well-
The person you really want to talk to is Valerie. Valerie?
Valerie.
Natasha.
Natasha.
Natasha,
Yeah.
sorry.
Then get us in contact with Natasha.
I will. She will come find you. Okay?
So
I will
wait.
talk to her.
How do
Oh.
you get
She'll find
weapons
me.
to ship them around?
What'd you say?
You said you sneak weapons around in water barrels.
Yeah.
How do you get these weapons if no one's coming on island to supply you?
I steal them from their armory stockpile. I put them in the barrels. They go on the tram and get shipped off to the different domes.
I hate SI too. Don't worry.
What's SI?
Sensitive items.
It's sensitive item checks.
Oh.
Yeah, some pulse officer somewhere is like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah. Getting hammered right
Where
now.
are our guns going?
How do we communicate with you?
Well,
I'm really good at hand puppets.
I go to work, I get off, I hit the tavern, I come back here. Check any of those 3 places.
Okay.
I was not ready for that joke.
Hmm. I don't know if I have any more questions for this man.
Yeah, I mean, we will. I'll tell you what. We will at least, when we talk to Jenkins tomorrow, kind of try and form our own opinion on this. But if we see that they are mistreating y'all, we can try to help see if we can get them gone. But
That's all I'm asking for.
We can't let it cost us our way off the planet.
I get it. I think Natasha can help you guys get off the planet, okay? If she
Let's
can't
hope
get
so
off the
for your
planet,
sake.
if she can't get you off the planet, if she can't help you, I will think of something.
That's all we wanted, Tanner.
Okay, now if you guys will kindly finish your beers and get the fuck out of my house, I need to go to sleep.
I have one question.
Yes.
Have you seen another shothead walking around this planet?
Ooh.
Younger.
How much younger?
Would he be younger? Because you were cryo-frozen for 50 years.
I don't know.
Yeah, how old are you?
Cryo frozen or counting the cryo frozen or not?
No. Like
No, not
your
counting.
physical age.
So your son might be older than you.
Yeah.
Might be a Fallout 4 situation.
Right now, I'm just gonna go with another shothead.
Okay.
He says, I can't say that I have.
Fair, we're hard to miss.
That, yes. But there's a lot of ground to cover of frozen wasteland. He could be here. He could have been here on a different dome.
Okay.
But
Quick
no,
Is there
I have
anything-
not seen it.
Is there anything like broken in here in his room? Any like mechanical devices that are broken?
Roll perception. You look around and you don't really see anything
Okay.
standing out to you. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do here?
No. Hey, Zart, so you're tracking. Typical Shabad warrior stands 12 feet tall, weighs 500 pounds, and those who don't die in battle live to between 90 and 120 years.
Okay.
Well,
So there's your
fucking
playlist.
big
Yeah,
as fuck.
He's bigger than I thought he was.
12 feet tall?
12 feet tall,
Christ.
400 pounds. That concrete slab earlier stood no fucking chance. What are you talking about?
Now we know.
Right.
That is
Okay, what's your guys'
disgusting.
plan?
I come up to this man's belly button. I'm gonna just slam the rest of the spear, reach out a hand to shake him, to shake his hand, and then
Take him.
and then be like, "We'll be in touch, Tanner."
All right. Have a good one, gentlemen. He slides the door shut behind you as you guys walk out. All right, what are you guys doing? Are you guys heading back to the tavern, or are you guys going to go look around some more? We'll say that whole thing probably took like 2 hours.
So it's late.
It's pretty late.
Yeah.
Are there other people out and about?
You see, most of the people that you see are like guards.
So is there like a curfew in place?
It doesn't really seem like it.
Okay. Just kind of dead.
Yeah, but there's a. It's hard. It would be hard to have a curfew because there's a lot of night shift operators. This place is like a 24-hour operation.
Okay.
So the other domes might have a curfew, but this one in particular doesn't.
Wasn't he a night shift operator? Question
Yeah,
mark.
maybe it's his night off.
Okay.
Or no, all right. I take it back. He says he doesn't have to go to sleep. He kicks you guys out because he has to go to work.
Okay, I know I'm fucking with you.
Retcon.
Hey, kitty.
Yeah, right? He's back there. I bet you anything he's got a hair tie. Yep. There's one back there on the floor. He's hunting it.
Yeah, Gus is probably needs to go exhale this day.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing
Just-
stairs all day.
I mean, we started off today doing a fucking grind mission. Like, think about this day logically, Nick. Like, the shit we had to do today. We started off like robbing, stealing, finding pods. Next thing you know, we're like crash landing on a planet.
And do you know what I don't like? I just cannot believe more than anything else. In that bar, you said a joke. The girl smiled at you. Still can't close. Like, it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable! All right, so you guys are going to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I've got something for Nick, and then we'll go back to Elira really quick, and then I think we'll end the game. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. We're changing backgrounds and stuff. What the fuck is that?
Okay. Nick, you go to sleep, right?
Yep.
What I'm about to describe to you is your dream.
Ooh.
Nick is standing in front of two large, slowly spinning circular devices. Not unlike the picture I've got here, except it's only two circles, and it doesn't have any of the stuff in the middle. They are metallic in nature, mechanical even. They spin together in a strange, eerie harmony. One is large, 20 feet in diameter, and the other is slightly smaller, perhaps 18 feet in diameter. The smaller circle fits inside the larger circle, but there's a void in the middle of the two circles. They spin and they spin and they spin. It's hypnotic. The room around the device is also circular, the walls and ceiling covered in ejectable data cores. The tips of the data cores extrude a few inches, giving the walls and ceiling a very rough-looking texture. There's no spikes in this room.
Okay.
The screams over the comms finally snap Nick out of his trance. Nick! It's a female, I'm sorry. Nick, if you can hear me, you need to plant the devices. Get away from there as soon as you can, and we'll pick you up. Nick glances down at his hands. He's holding an explosive. He drops to a knee and wires the device up to a detonator. He primes it for remote detonation. The circles spin and spin. He looks at him again. He thinks about his death. As his mind races, he remains calm. Knowing this is the culmination of everything he has worked so hard for, eases his conscience. Tito steps out of the circles, leaning heavily on his cane. He waves to Nick and beckons him over. My nephew, how wonderful it is to see you! Nick knows it isn't real, but he can't help but smile. Seeing his uncle one more time before the end calms him. He knows what he needs to do. The apparition of Tito disappears. He changed his detonator from a remote to a timer. He presses another button on his datapad and he jerks his hand across the top of the screen towards the spinning circles. The circles stop spinning, creating a black portal in their center. Nick touches his ear to shut off his comms and steps into the portal. The detonation wakes him up in a cold sweat.
I look around the room. Is everybody else still asleep?
Yeah.
have I ever had a dream like this before?
Not recently.
Not recently. Oh,
I mean, it's hard to say.
okay.
I just sent it to you, so if you wanted to review it during the week or
Okay.
whatever, you can look at it.
Okay. And then my only question, Gus, did you share your dream earlier? No, right?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna like create an entry in my own data pad and just write like copy down everything that I can remember of this dream real fast. Then I'm gonna password lock it, just so like I have access to it later in case some of the details, how they like slip away from dreams.
Right. I'll put a picture. I'll send you in Discord. I'll send you a picture of that thing too, so you have that.
Okay, sweet, thank
Just
you.
for your own records. Sorry, I'm into the prophetic things, so that.
No, I like it.
Shit. All right, Elira.
Yeah.
You wake up to Deacon tapping you on the shoulder.
Okay. So
He
you
says-
said before that I believed him about the end of times thing, yeah?
I would say you didn't believe him more than you felt like something was wrong. Like you tapped into like this. I don't know how mysticism would work in like a sci-fi sense, but like we'll say you tapped into like the spirits of the planet or whatever, the Mako energy, and it felt off, like just. I don't know if you're like a tarot card type of person outside of the game or whatever, but you feel like something's wrong. Something's off about the juju on this planet.
Okay. Oh, so he was talking like end of times of this planet, not like of the universe?
No, he's talking about end of times of the universe.
Okay.
He's talking about end of days. He's talking about everything's gone.
Okay. And can I do a sense motive on him? Is it too late to do a sense motive to see if he is saying stuff maliciously?
Like back yesterday?
Yeah.
If you want to do a
It's like,
retroactive
does he seem to have like he had a motive, like he was trying to manipulate me to do certain things.
How about this? So he wakes you up, he like taps you on the shoulder and he wakes you up and he like hands you something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're sitting there eating it, you're like rewinding yesterday's interaction in your brain and you're thinking about it. Go ahead and roll sense motive.
I actually have that as a profession of the that one memory thing.
Oh, to help you remember what's going on?
Yeah. So should I roll that as a profession, or do you want me to?
I'm trying to load. I'm trying to load your loading crazy ass character sheet.
What did we call
What's
it?
it called?
I don't remember. But you remember we talked about it with Blackburn because I was like, hey, what would be a good profession?
Don't remember the name of it.
It's on the side. Under skills, you should see profession as one of them.
I see profession there, but it looks like you have to still apply 7 skill points, by the way.
Oh, I thought I put in my profession.
I don't know, maybe it didn't save. I don't remember what we called it.
Hold on. My screen shut down for some stupid reason.
I'm not seeing it in my abilities, which I thought it would be there.
No, so it'll be one of your skills. So like if one of my skills is case the joint, so
Maybe I didn't write it because I didn't want to get it mixed up with my spells? Oh no! If I hit the gear
Oh.
on profession, it says
Eidetic memory.
Yeah.
Can you put the 7 skill points in there real quick?
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. I just have to go look at them. What that means.
My
Okay.
game's free.
Oh, let me get out of it really quick. Or wasn't it?
That's it.
Okay, now it's working.
Yeah, and if you want, you can change the name of like where it says profession or whatever it is. You can actually change that to what you want it to say, if you want.
No, I liked it. It was just I remembered since we're looking back in the past that that was my profession.
No, I mean like when you hit the little gear icon, you see at the top where it says profession. You can actually change that to say eidetic memory. Like that way, you could spot it easier on the list,
Okay.
or you can leave it as profession.
I'll do it like this. No, that's too long. I'll just keep it as memory. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then sense motive, or would that just be enough?
That's probably enough. No, do sense motive also. I'm sorry. So that's
Okay.
for you to remember it. You have it in your mind, and then you roll sense motive. And what are you trying to sense? Explain it to me again.
Was he trying to manipulate me? Like, does it seem like... Because I believe him. I believe he believes this stuff. Because I too said something.
It was almost diplomatic. Like, he's trying to help... He's trying to get you to see what he sees. Not in necessarily a malicious way, but he's trying to get you to understand the visions that he sees as somebody that is of the powers as well.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense?
Does he... Is it like he's trying to manipulate me to... like see it from his perspective? Like, is he trying to be like, oh yeah, feel these things, this must mean this, when it means something else?
No, because I think if you saw what he saw, you would perceive it differently. I think that he was trying to convince you that what he sees is real.
Okay,
What
and I
he
don't
feels
think that
is
he's a bad
real.
guy.
I wouldn't say it's malicious at all. I didn't want it to come across that way anyway.
No, I didn't get that, but like when they were talking, it sounded like shifty shit. So it was like, it's kind of me, kind of metagaming.
Oh, okay. No, I think what you guys will discover that there's two stories coming from two different sides of the conflict. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People feel
Okay.
differently based on what side they're on.
I'm gonna follow him for now to go meet the guy that he wants me to meet, and
Okay.
I'm gonna happily munch, and I'm just gonna grab onto his shirt and just walk. I'm not even gonna
Alright.
stealth it this time. I'm just gonna naturally do it.
He says, "Change of plans, little one. This morning, we're actually going to head over to the tavern and pick up our companions."
You're taking a kid to a tavern?
Did you say that to him?
Yeah.
He says, "Yes, you'll be fine.
Okay. I believe you.
There's kids in there all the time."
Okay.
Like at the tavern.
You don't have to go inside if you don't want to, but we need to go pick up your companions.
Can I pick up cider? Oh, the companions that you saw in the dream?
Yes.
Are they nice people?
I'm actually not sure. We're going to have to go find out.
Oh, so they might bully me.
We won't let them.
Okay, okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go to
okay.
the tavern.
So he's walking through the streets, and people wave to him and talk to him, and he waves back, and he helps like calm the populace when he walks through the streets. Like, they really do. A lot of them really do look up to him.
Am I sensing like magic? Or I don't even know if there's an ability like that in this. He can't like manipulate people's feelings towards him.
Roll mysticism.
Maybe mysticism was where I was supposed to put my stuff.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
don't have anything into it.
Yeah, I did not.
You're not detecting him casting anything or using any kind of power. It just seems like people genuinely like him. They look up to him as for spiritual guidance and things like that. You know, like you would. I don't think any of us are religious, but like the way like a religious person would look up to a pastor or a rabbi or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're not buddies. They're not going to get a drink with him after work, but when he walks by, they're like, "Oh, Father, how are you?" You know?
Okay.
So he walks you through the streets, and he gets to where the tavern is, and he says, "Are you coming inside?"
Can I get apple cider there?
He says, "I'm sure they have something for you. I don't know about cider."
Oh. I'll go.
Okay. So he walks in, and there's like a lady working behind the counter, and he says, "Do you have anything for the child?" And she says, "I've got fucking hairy, woolly mammoth milk juice from
Absolutely not.
planet something.
I
about-
make a face.
How about water?"
Can we trust the water here?
"We make the water here, my dear. Yes, you can trust it."
Listen, back at Earth, it's kind of rough, okay? Don't judge me.
I haven't
grab
been.
the water and I go. Drink
I've
it.
never been to Earth. Can you believe that?
I can. Don't go. It's a hellhole.
He says, "Okay." So he's like, "Just sit here for a moment. I'm gonna go get your companions."
Okay.
And he goes upstairs. The three of you guys roll perception. Actually, you know what? He has you come with him. I'm sorry.
There's no perspective.
He has you come with him. But you guys still roll perception.
I can't see shit while I'm sleeping.
Yeah, you're still sleeping. You didn't wake up. Nick's awake because he just had a terrifying nightmare. And
Straight
Gus
up,
is
not having a
awake.
good time.
So you guys look over and you see a robed man walk up the steps, and he's got like a 13-year-old girl behind him.
Was I following him? I thought he told me to stay back.
I changed my mind. I think he
Okay.
wanted you to go with him.
Okay, I'm holding my juice.
Yep, you
or
got
my
your
water
juice.
and his shirt.
Yeah.
And then, can my teddy bear be a teddy bear backpack?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
That is absolutely what your backpack is. Just a teddy bear backpack.
I love it.
It's canon. Lock it in.
Yep. That guy's a part of a church.
Oh, what did you say?
I said, yep, that guy's a part of a church.
Yeah. He comes upstairs and he says, "Finally." And he walks over to where you're at. Are you guys sharing a bunk bed, Gus and Nick?
If that's an option, I would imagine so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nick's probably top bunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know it.
Okay. He comes over to the bunk bed where you guys are at, and he says, "I've waited for this moment for so very long." And that's where we're going to end the game.
Oh.
Knew it.
I wanted to talk to the dude.
Which dude? Oh, Jenkins?
The-
Oh, we're gonna save
Jenkins.
we're gonna save Jenkins for next time.
Jenkins is
Fucking
a new
Jenkins.
I've been
Jenkins
saving
is-
myself for this dude.
The Jenkins is the top of the page dude, right? The
Yeah.
shithead that we didn't like, that we like stole the sleeve off of.
Yeah.
There's still a tracking device on his ass. Saying.
All right. Hope everybody had fun, but that was kind of long tonight. I hope everybody's cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm a
no,
great
I-
friend.
I think
Oh,
it's
you're
only
still asleep, aren't you?
just yeah. I haven't even seen you yet. Why not?
There's a